Good evening, everybody. DadmanWalking55 here, coming to you live on the East Coast of the USA, 2 minutes after 9. Hey, thank you, everybody, for this here tonight. We appreciate your support. What's really special with this particular episode is that it is a recurrence of our great, wonderful show that I have with Angowo, the Rambling and Walking podcast. But tonight we are theming it Ghostbusters. So without further ado, my co-pilot, my co-host for this wonderful podcast, the Snorlax of Snorlax, who loves napping all the time, napping so much that Snortopoopus would be very happy.
Hey.
Hey, Ang.
Listen.
Yeah,
listen. I have a right to be eepy. I have a right to be eepy-geepy and neebies to sleepies. Okay?
Okay, that's right. I got you. Well, we wake you up periodically to come out to do some work, earn some money, come on and have fun and talk to me about silly stuff too. Just every once in a while. See, like Snortopoopus is in all caps. I support naps.
That's what I'm saying.
So, hey. But yeah, well, I would ask you how you're doing, but you're nappy, right?
Yeah, I'm a little bit sluggish right now. I'm not sure how long I can go for today. I'll be trying to go for as long as I can, though.
Oh, there you go. That's the spirit. Well, you know what?
At least for an hour.
Well, you know what will wake you up?
What?
Our channel. You're my co-pilot on our Walking and Rambling podcast, but our court jester here, Hungry Boy, will wake you up. Hey, Hungry.
Hello!
Hi, Hungry.
Hello, Mighty Yang. Hello. I like the eepy. I like the eepy thing. But I'll tell you what, when we start talking about Slavica Jovan as Gozer, I think you're going to wake up.
What?
Is that the chick with the buzz cut and red eyes?
Yep. Although, and this is something I'll just say now and instead of later, so we don't have to say it. She didn't do the voice. That was actually ADR. That was voiceover, because the chick who played Gozer, Slavica Jovan, was a Yugoslav actress, and so the accent in the voice, and she was a model, not an actress. So it's you pay your money, you take your chances in Hollywood. But at least this movie all worked out in the end, right?
I could not tell that was a model. So she looked kind of scary.
You couldn't tell from the camel toe, man? Come on.
No, she looked scary, I'm telling you.
Well, you're the guy who's scared of Annie Lennox, dude. So that's acceptable.
Exactly. All right. Well, God, you're so funny. Yes, exactly. All right. Oh my goodness. Well, hopefully you're well rested, Hungry. Hopefully Ang has got enough in the
gas in the tank. Gas in the
tank to go with this.
Water real quick.
Yeah, good idea. Good idea.
So while you do that, let me go ahead and we will. I will introduce the people in the chat here, folks.
Yay.
We put tweets out already. Make sure you retweet it out. Do some hashtag. I always forget to do hashtags, but I don't know if they work or not. But this is kind of cool one. But hey, let's say hello to Corey Cochran.
Hello, Corey.
Hola,
Corey.
Then the aforementioned Snortopoopus Kuber, the king of all naps, hello humans and other critters.
Hello, Snorty.
We got co-host Vic. Hey, co-host Vic. How are you?
Vic. Hello.
And we got the missus here.
Mrs. You are learning to do that better than I do. I'm getting
I don't know.
upset.
She's probably gonna tell me later, don't do that again. Snortopoopus again, support snaps. Ang, are you back? Yeah. Let us know when you're back. Don't be so quiet. Where's your corner ghost trap? Oh my gosh.
Oh, Mrs. That was a good joke.
Snortopoopus said, "I'm sleepy too. I bet I beat Ang to bed."
Oh no, we're gonna put everyone's gonna go to sleep before we get like 30 minutes into this.
Oh, just look at this. Evening all. Sorry,
I know.
I'm really tired. I might fall asleep. Well, guess what? You were up.
Well,
8 o'clock. And y'all kept going when I went to bed.
No. Okay, I'm not going to tell tales out of school, Mr. A, but we know why you're tired. I was there too. I know why you're tired. I know why you're tired.
I woke up and I'm like, blah, and y'all, and she's like, you're supposed to be going to bed. I'm like, well, y'all are supposed to be going to bed. Anyway,
Yeah,
Stunning is out here too, and he's always got gas in the tank.
Hey, Stunning.
And he's also saying that Mrs. getting the doghouse ready for me tonight.
Yeah.
And a really long day today.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. A. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear that.
Excuse me a second.
Oh, Ang's back.
Hey, Ang, you're back? No. That was just down the hall. No, but Ang, look at this. Ang can blow up pancakes with your mind.
Here. Hi.
Hi. Ang, what is this blowing up? What is this blowing up pancakes with your mind?
I don't know. I was just referencing a vine. It's like blows up pancakes with mine. My freaking pancakes.
Are you saying vines or mines?
Sorry, I was chugging water.
Mm.
I was talking about I think it was a TikTok actually. It's a meme. It's a meme. It goes like blows up pancakes with mine, and then there's another person that goes my freaking pancakes. And then they explode. So
that's a lovely singing voice, Ang. That's a lovely singing voice. I like that. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I'm the only one that can't sing around here. Ang can sing great. So
I can't sing for crap.
All right, guys. So, shall we seriously get into this for a minute? This movie.
Shall we get into this seriously? Yes. It reminds me of the scene of Tully and the coffee. Have some coffee? Yes, have some. Yes, have some. Oh, Bucky's.
Hello, Bucky's.
The headphones work. All right. I look forward to us playing sometime. Good to see you.
Excellent.
And hopefully do it on stream too one time. But hey, good to see you out there and glad the headphones work on your Switch. That was a big debate. She had Stunning again says waffles over pancakes. So, all right.
It depends on the place you go. We all know I'm a big fan of Waffle House. And I'll tell you what, the only thing Ghostbusters was missing, Waffle House.
Yep. That's pretty
they had marshmallows, but they didn't have Waffle House.
Oh, poor Vic. He says I say I can sing, but I've also been known as a liar. So
nice one, Vic.
Yes, that's all right. So let's we'll start of our first exposure to Ghostbusters.
Good
how
question.
that goes. I'm going to kind of talk about how my first exposure was. Then we'll do the Ang, and then we'll talk to you, Hungry, about it because you're probably old like me, and ours may be very, very similar. But back when we had things called newspapers, that they had print and stuff, and they the really big movies like Star Wars or Jaws or Ghostbusters had art in the advertisement in the movie listing. Well, we I just saw it, so I was like wanting to go and see it. Well, I was able to get a friend that was staying with his grandmother over the summer to go with me. My parents dropped us. Was I old enough to drive then? I might have actually been old enough to drive that time. That's what
you probably would have been about 16.
About 16
at the time.
But see, no, the movie came out in '84. I couldn't have driven.
Right. Okay.
So, no, never mind. I don't know. But hey, the point is, we went together and we had to talk his grandmother into it because very religious, very it was like, oh my gosh. I mean, my grandmother, but it was like, so we went. We got there. We saw it because everybody liked it. It was the movie that was out. Of course, we didn't have trailers. I didn't go to movies, so I was behind on any trailers that there were. It's not like now where you can really just see everything. Excuse me, hold on. I had to sneeze. Hold on one second. Sorry. But thank you. Good cover. No, good cover.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Mr. Angel, you got to be careful of this auto incorrects, I tell you. Purpose has been known to sing for picnic baskets. Hey.
I hear that, Yogi Bear.
Beer of Doom equals West Small Triple. What a way to go.
Oh, well.
It's picnic basket, boo-boo.
Oh, that is very good, Ang. That is very good. That is very good.
Well, so we would see it, and then there's two of us going to see the movie. My parents didn't go. I think I only saw it the one time. I might have seen it a second. I don't remember. But my recollections are very fuzzy and very vague. But we didn't have these videos and VCRs videotapes and all that back then, to be able to watch it as much. And then finally over the years, you start watching it at home. And this is actually the 40th anniversary of it. So I'm expecting them to bring it out sometime this year for us to watch in the theater.
Oh,
that
don't expect
really cool.
nothing like that. Don't expect nothing like that. The studios are idiots right now. But I mean, the very interesting thing, and I want to hear the rest of what you have to say, but then I want to hear what Ang has to say.
We're about to throw it to Ang.
About the preparation for seeing this film, because with you and me, there was like no preparation at all. And now with Ang's generation, I mean, my God, it'd be hard to not know about Ghostbusters before you see Ghostbusters.
Well,
so, Ang, what do you think?
Let's find out from Ang. Did Ang have preparation, or had you heard much about it, Ang?
Okay, so I have heard about like Ghostbusters. I've actually watched it once when I was like a lot younger. And one of the scenes actually stuck with me. I was like, hey, yo, I remember this scene when we were watching it again today. And that is like,
when you were younger,
of course you know that scene. Of course.
Well, talk about that first time when we saw it. Where were we?
This is so traumatic.
How old were you when we first saw it? Talk about that experience. Where were we?
I don't know how old I was. We were at like a movie theater, like a dine-in theater, and we watched it. And then that's a whole different can of worms. But like that's where I think I like first saw it, was in a like dine-in movie theater.
And what was the scene that you're referring to that messed you up a little bit?
So you know how when the Busters start getting all the phone calls, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, and that's one of my favorite scenes with Annie Potts, who is one of my favorite actresses in all the world. Keep going, Ann. Keep going. This is good.
Let's just say I'm going to try to keep this as clean as I possibly can.
I know the scene you're talking about. You're talking about when Egon comes up from behind the desk.
No. Stop, Hungry. No, go ahead, go. No.
Ray had like, it was Ray, not Egon.
Yeah,
right.
I caught that too. I got that too while you were watching it, but I kept my mouth shut.
The one that freaked Ang out in the theater, and Ang went crazy in the theater, like, that was hilarious. But go ahead, Ang.
Oh, what was it called? Oh God, that's what you for.
Ray was on his back. Ray was in bed. They were all tired because of all the phone calls.
Ray was tied up in bed, and just got the most intense sloppy toppy.
Right.
Anyways, I'm gonna move on from that.
I've never heard that phrase.
Funny guys, I didn't know how to phrase it. I'm sorry.
Well,
sloppy toffee.
What the Hades?
I know what Ang meant. That's so funny.
Well, it was a ghost that just. I had forgotten all about it until I saw the ghost and I saw the pants, the belt unbelting, and I'm like, oh shit! What am I watching in front of my kids? Both of them. And hell to Steve, Maddie's daddy.
Hey, Thor, how you doing, man?
I mean, I forgot all. Yes, a ghost job. There you go. That's a good way to call it.
Oh dear.
But Ang, because you remember?
No, that's fine, Ang.
You were freaking out. I was sitting there like freaking out, like, oh my God, I forgot about this.
I was in my teens and thinking, I'm too young to see this.
I know. Mrs. said that was one of the scenes I never forgot.
Mrs.
but Ang, I remember that was a theater where they fed meals, actually, not just popcorn. They actually had dinner. You could sit at it in the casual chairs and stuff like that.
That's why I said dine-in theater.
Yeah. Was there any other things about that first time you watched it that really jumped out? Okay, well, obviously
I just like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
Yes, exactly. So, we'll talk it.
Always a classic big guy.
Exactly. It's really cool when you can take something so cute and cuddly and make it a bad guy. So wait till you see Afterlife, and then tomorrow Mrs. and I are going to see Ghostbusters: Frozen Empire.
Oh, good.
So we are looking forward to that. So, but yes. So, Hungry, what was your first exposure to Ghostbusters?
All right. So, this is going to sound a little cranky, but it's not really cranky. I did not want to go see the film because I'd seen the 1970s kids show called Ghostbusters, which is completely unrelated.
Right.
A goofy ass, terrible show, even though it had Larry Storch in it as a character actor. I like him. And so when the parents were saying, we're going to Ghostbusters, you're going to see it, you're going to like it, shut up. And I was like, I don't want to see Ghostbusters. And I had not seen any trailers. I had not read anything about it in the newspaper, even though I was reading newspapers at the time. But we get in the theater, and at the very beginning, you actually have music playing over the company credits before the movie begins, which was very rare for the time. And I thought, oh, that's interesting. And then we get to the library scene. And before we're 2 minutes in, we have this wonderful stuff with this adorable librarian pushing her books. And I was a library kid. And then we have the creepy stuff with all the library cards flying out of the drawers. And I thought, okay, to use a poker reference, I'm all in. I'm pushing my chips right to the middle of the table. And I was hooked on that movie, even though I was prepared to hate it from that moment on. And I loved every minute of it from that moment on.
I got to ask you a question, though, if your recollections as a kid, because you did not want to go see it, but
as a teen, yes, as a teen.
Well, still, but as your parents must not have understood the scene. What was their reaction when they saw the Ray in the bed and the belt starting to unzip?
They looked at me, and I heard them whispering, and they didn't realize I could read lips a little bit, and they were saying, "I hope he doesn't remember this," and that's okay.
That's okay.
Little did they know, little Hungry remembered that. It's like a telltale game. Like,
I know
this person will remember that.
Yeah,
Hungry will remember that.
Yeah, and you know, I'm actually not sure what disturbed me more, the belt unbuckling scene, or Rick Moranis getting busy with Sigourney Weaver in that movie. That was just kind of messed up.
Well, that was just a kiss till tonight, and I realized his belt had been undone too.
Yeah.
I was like, I guess there's a big inference, because I guess they really had to.
Oh, that's what movies did back then. You know, you had the implication, and then your mind filled in the gap. And
I guess
I respect
Bill Murray off quick, but yeah, it was like, I'm like, they didn't do anything; they just kissed, and that unlocked the door. But I guess mine might be wrong. But Mrs. agreed with you that opening scene was amazing. And what did you think, like with that opening scene in the library?
Yeah,
with the creepiness, the music, and all that.
Let me think. Let me get my words together.
Okay, it's okay. Some things I thought the mood, the music, created a good creepy tone. Then you saw the books like flying between shelves, and she looks just as they stop. Of course, you know, then when she starts, you know, she's walking and all the car catalogs go crazy. So. And
also, this is throughout the entire film. So we're talking about the first moment, but this is for the entire film.
Yep.
The
Great soundtrack too.
The cinematography is amazing, because this is I got this in my notes. The thing about comedy is you say something in an established way that everyone relates to.
Yep.
But then what you say about what you just said is unexpected, and that's the essence of a joke. So you have this wonderful cinematography, which is being the straight man, the Abbott to the Costello, and then you have the payoff for that scene, and it is effing amazing.
Yep. Miss Ang, you got your thoughts together?
Yeah. I mean, that scene was cool and all. I'm gonna say it's just like a good setup. It was a good setup. Wasn't bad at all. I mean, like special effect wise and stuff. Wasn't bad at all.
And did you appreciate the fact that they were practical effects using puppets and cinematography versus CGI, which would come later? Did you appreciate the visuals?
Honestly, it's very respectable. I respect that.
Nice.
And hello
Not
to Emily.
saying that CGI is necessarily bad, but practical effects are. This is like very impressive as well. You know. Let's say a little bit more impressive. Both can be very impressive. You know. Does that make sense?
Oh, yes, it does.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, and I tell you, the practical effects had to hold up over time, and we may be able to talk a little bit more about that as the show goes along, because we have scenes throughout where with the CG where it worked, and then sometimes when you can tell it's obviously fake, where it didn't necessarily hold up over time. But and hello to Emily Gangadine. Hey, welcome.
Hello, Emily, my fellow Antipodean. My fellow Antipodean.
Please quit cussing.
I'm not cussing.
I know you aren't. Rick. Yeah, Antipodean. Are you
Antipodean.
But yeah, and like Mrs. said, Mrs. had been in library basements and they captured the atmosphere perfectly.
Oh yes,
exactly. And were you going to say something? Go ahead.
I guess you could say that they really read up on their reference material.
Oh yes, Ang, yes. And that is a joke, but that's also true. No, I mean, like, you know, when there's one moment where a guy says, "I don't care about a Babylonian god," and you actually have the
Sumerian,
right? He corrects him and says it's Sumerian, but actually they were in the same. I mean, that kind of detail in a movie, which is for normies, but also for geeks. This film is for everybody. Normies, geeks, nerds, academics, everybody. And I love it. I adore this movie.
Well, you know, and it's also, they scared the poor librarian to death. And then we see that they you know, our first scene is really, he's doing the electroshock therapy test. And and it's so funny to see the way he's like, the guy, when the guy gets it right, he still shocks him and says he's wrong. But the girl, of course, you know, we see that it's a scam the way he's doing stuff. And
you mean the way he's using that to get in bed with a chick? Let's call it as it is. I mean, honestly, this is what we would now call a Me Too moment, a sexual harassment moment. And I had a problem with that in '84. I still got a problem now, but it's my only scene in the film I have a problem with.
But it lays the groundwork for how he's like horn dog running around the whole movie.
Horn dog!
Yeah, so you know,
he's a jackrabbit.
And it also sets up the way. It also sets up that he. It also sets up when they come back after they meet the ghost librarian and run out of the library. It does set up that scene when the dean is there, having all their equipment removed and taken repossessed because they had cut off their grant funding because. You know, we see that he was a shyster. He was not up and up with his research and just cutting corners and doing stuff like that. So, you know, I looked at it. I kind of had a problem with it in that respect, but it did help set up with where it was going to get their big fall before they had the rise, before they had another fall and all that stuff. So, and actually, like the missus said, how he had no respect for the science.
Right. And this also brings up something that you and the missus talk about a lot, which is in this film, all the secondary and tertiary characters, the actors are really good in these small roles. I mean, I mean, that scene, the way the guy is just putting Bill Murray in his place was fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, really, the whole thing is, I mean, we got a cast written, actually, it was originally written by Dan Aykroyd and John Belushi, but you know, after he passed away, they brought Harold Ramis in. So it was produced by Ivan Reitman, written by Dan Aykroyd, Harold Ramis. But you look at these names: Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, Harold Ramis, Sigourney Weaver, Rick Moranis, Annie Potts, Ernie Hudson, William Atherton. Hey, Ang, what'd you think about William Atherton, Mr. Peck?
I
or
love
Mr. Pecker.
God, some strong words for that.
Good.
What you think about Mr. Pecker?
Not the actor, but the character.
Right.
God, I wish he would have gotten crushed by a marble slab or something during the final fight. I really do, because if they didn't shut out the freaking grid, it wouldn't have happened.
Right.
No, God, sorry.
And also,
that actually woke Aang watching it again today. That kind of got Aang woken up because it's kind of drifting off. But that character annoyed the fire out of you, Aang. That was interesting.
Let's just say the actor did a good job.
Yes, he's a great actor. Atherton is great. And did you not get incredibly pissed off when he was being so smug to Bill Murray, going, "Well, why don't you show me what's in the basement?"
That's exactly, dude. Like, I was so happy when the mayor listened to what's his name? Dr.
Bill Murray? Venkman.
Sorry, I keep forgetting the name.
It's okay. You were having a nap. That's all right. We woke you up from a nap. I understand completely. I nap all the time, Ang.
Well, Snortopoopas naps all the time, but he said Snortopoopas said he used to work at a university library. It was said the fourth floor was haunted. When he'd be closing the place at 1 a.m., he made sure to talk nicely to the ghost so it wasn't lonely.
I hear that.
So, yes, exactly. The actor William Atherton was the actor, and you might recognize him from Die Hard as the eager reporter in Die Hard 2, and even he was the professor in Real Genius. That was kind of really corrupt and dirty. So,
I mean, unfortunately,
yes, it's true. This man has no dick.
Yeah, that is one of the great lines. Yes,
this movie has a lot of great lines in it.
It does, but Atherton unfortunately got he was so good at playing a dick, he got typecast, and he was only offered the role. It's like Vincent Price was actually a charming, lovely family man, and he ended up being...
out of me all my life. Yeah, I associated that old guy with just looking at his eyebrows. I'm like, screw that. He appeared on Dick Van Dyke or some variety show. Like, screw that. That guy's going to scare me or eat me or something.
Yeah,
I was like, it was that thing. But hey, guess what about this movie?
What?
It was released on my birthday.
Oh,
14. June 8, 1984 is when it was released. It earned $82 million during its initial run, making the second highest grossing film of 1984 in the United States and Canada, and then the highest grossing comedy. So, its theme song, Ghostbusters by Ray Parker Jr. was also the #1 hit. But like Maddie's daddy mentioned earlier, there was controversy over the song. Because, yes, there was a lawsuit, Huey Lewis, over I Want a New Drug. And, I think either they settled or Huey Lewis won. But, it was, and I think the missus said that he admitted he didn't realize the similarities. But, see, I hear such a bare similarity. I don't hear it being overly used, though. That's what gets me. But,
well, it's the hook, not the entire song. So I understand exactly what Maddie's daddy is talking about.
Yeah, and 1984 was a magical movie year. Yes, when we look at 1984 movies, but we could do that another time. But yeah, exactly. Lots of great movies that year. And what are some of the cool scenes that you said? Because we talked about the entrance. We see them running out of the get her, Ray, or everybody get her, and then.
This chick is toast.
Yes. Well, no, I'm talking. Well, no. I'm talking about back at the library.
Okay.
When Ray, when I was sneaking up, and Ray's like, "Get her."
If someone asks if you're a god, you say yes.
Well, poor Ray. And you felt for Ray in this movie, didn't you?
Dude, I love Ray a bunch. I love Ray, Egon, and.
Well, see,
Winston?
Ray had.
I think that's
Winston. Yeah. Yeah.
The only person I did not care for was the
Venkman.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
Never really
I had to
cared.
fast forward through some of those scenes because it was,
I'm honestly with Ang here. I despised Venkman in 1984. I despised Venkman in 1992. I've watched this film 10 times. I always despise Venkman because he is just an asswipe. I'm sorry. It's terrible.
I just that.
Well, we got 4 people watching on Twitch, so make sure you follow us on Twitch. Subscribe to us here on YouTube. We got 10 people watching on YouTube. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe. And folks,
if you don't
in the chat,
right now, I'm sending a ghost into your home.
Right?
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
No. I want to send a ghost that just mildly inconveniences you.
So go ahead, folks, and start typing in scenes and parts of the movie, quotes of the movie that you like, and see. But to finish your thought though, because Ray had the bookcase fall on him. You know, Ray, when they ask you if you say yes, but what was the other scene? You remember this big scene, Ray, at the end? One more scene that he did. He couldn't help but think of your favorite thing.
Oh,
your favorite.
He couldn't help but think of the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. Bringer of Chaos.
Because you got 2 favorite characters in this. You got the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man is one, right?
I actually have 3.
Oh, what 3 are they?
Stay Puft, Ray, and then Egon.
Oh.
By the way,
Egon
and Janice should have been together. But from what I've heard from Dad, they did not get together.
Yeah, that hurt. That hurt. Well, I mean, Annie Potts, who plays the secretary. I mean, she was flirting so hard with Egon.
And then in Ghostbusters 2, they flipped it to Tully, though.
I know.
And it didn't seem to work the same.
But I just want to support what Ang is saying here, because for me, the heroes of the film were Egon and Ray, and then everybody else, right? Everybody else was after that. I mean, Egon was the core of the intellect of the group, and Ray, as he was said by Bill Murray in one scene, "This is the heart of the Ghostbusters, ladies and gentlemen." You know, and it's just funny that so many people love Bill Murray's character, but I consider him to be the counterpoint in this movie, the juxtaposition, where he is the complete dirtwad. He's the complete unlikable character who makes everyone else look good by comparison.
No, I know.
Bro. High five, Hungry. High five.
Thank you, Ag.
Well, like the missus also said in here too about the fire pole scene. You know that they're trashing the building, condemn it, this, that, and the other. You got to see this fire pole. Does it work? You know, just the joy of Ray. It just was really, really, really cool.
He's innocent, but not childish. He's innocent, but not childish.
Well, I mean that, and so then they end up buying the iconic fire station, which is cool for it. But then also, remember when he drove up with the car? Ang, do you remember that?
Real quick before we continue.
Go ahead.
He's not stupid. That's the thing. Right. He doesn't like act like an what's the word?
Infantile.
Right.
You know, something like that. He's just innocent.
Yes, and he's got the joy of discovery in him, Ang, which we as artists understand. The joy of discovery, the joy of looking at a universe being bigger than we thought it would be. You know, it's just he opens the whole movie up for the heart. You know what I mean?
Poll time.
Yep. Oh no, not another poll. No,
a poll. Yes,
you're so addicted to polls.
Well, we only do 2. We'll see here. How?
No, let me rephrase that.
Yeah, please rephrase that. You know.
Oh God.
We're going to go with who your favorite Ghostbuster is. Okay.
Egon.
All right. Okay, stop, damn it. Let me get the question out.
Both of them.
And I'm sorry if it's bad spelling on any of them, but hey, Egon, Ray, Venkman.
You can't make me pick one. I love 2 of them. I love 3 of them.
Well, let's see. Winston. All right, so let's go with that. Who's your favorite Ghostbuster? Egon, Ray, Venkman, and Winston. And we'll probably have another one in just a little bit. So vote early, vote often. We got 12 people, 10 people watching on the YouTube side. Thank you for everybody being here tonight. We got 4 on the Twitch side. So hey, thank y'all for being with us tonight. Feel free to say hi if you're lurking. We love you lurkers too. But share out the stream and let's bring more in. Hey, all right, Ang.
If anyone likes, I keep forgetting his name. That's how forgettable his name is. Mr. Forget his name. I swear. I swear.
Well, let me finish one thing with Ray. What I was going to say about the car. And you remember when Ray drove up with the car?
Oh, you mean the hearse?
The hearse, yeah. When we first see the Ecto one before it's what we know it as.
Yeah.
And Venkman's like, you can't park that here. He's like, hey, whatever. But he jumps out. Got it for a steal. Only $4,800. And then he's like, they just need some shocks, some struts, some brakes, transmission. Right. You just said the whole damn car in just like a nonchalant, innocent way.
Right. Precisely. It's like, the house, I got it for a steal. We're just going to have to rebuild it from the floor up. It's so ridiculous. It's so funny. And I were you thinking of William Atherton's character, what you were talking about before, Ang? Like the most hateful character in the film aside from Bill Murray?
1 second. Off topic real quick. I heard William Atherton, and I immediately thought of William Afton from Five Nights at Freddy's.
Oh, God!
What?
I love that movie. I love that movie, Ang.
Yo, same! I love that movie, too.
I haven't even played the game. I don't know anything about the game. I just love the movie. It's just so charming and delightful.
Yeah, it truly was. Yeah.
You have good taste, Ang.
Yeah, Ang does. Why do you think I want Ang to play with me all the time? Ang's cool.
You might want to rephrase that.
What?
No, I want her to play. I want Ang to play with me all the time as my kid. Put my kid to work to entertain me.
I know. I mean, honestly, Ang is a fantastic co-host.
Ang is really smart. I tell you what, yes. I love to hear you talk, Ang. You got great observations, by the way, too. So, but yeah,
I'm just existing.
You did what?
I'm just existing, man.
Okay. Is that anything like blowing?
Just along for the ride, Ang.
Blowing
just
up
along
pancakes
for the
with
ride.
your mind. That is so true right there with that. So, we of course, like you said, they turn off the power. All the ghosts get knocked out back, and it advances the plot. We find out that the building where she lives is like they said, Spook Central, and it was like key to the return of the end of the world for Gozer. And it was really, really interesting to see how they did that. And really, for a movie like this, you don't expect much, but it really had a good plot altogether. It moved well, I think, through, and it's they say it's one of the first movies with that kind of extensive types of special effects.
Right. And also, please bear in mind, this was before CGI took over. A lot of these were optical
by the way,
effects.
Gang, you just got a big compliment from Mr. Angel.
Nice one, Mr. A. Yep. And Mr. A also knows
he's saying you got really good taste.
You do. And so this is kind of a comment, but also a question for Ang, because Ang has grown up with CGI, but most of the film was not CGI. They were optical effects, and those are hand done. So, for example, when you look at the building, the apartment building, the skyscraper, which is the regional crux of the film, it's actually painted by hand with oils on glass, not CGI. And then you see the beautiful montage of when the ghosts are released because of William Atherton's bad mistake. Mr. Peck, Walter Peck. Yes,
I can't stop thinking of William Afton.
What?
I I can't stop thinking you really acted every time you say his name.
I know.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, but he's such a good actor that, you just say the name and you see that face and those eyes. And he's so despicable in this movie. But that's what a good actor does. They allow themselves to be a despicable character. But how did you feel about the special effects, Ang, from your perspective? The visuals.
Okay. One, I gotta say, if a person can piss me off in a villain role, that means they're doing something right.
Right.
Two, yeah. The special effects are actually really good though, and learning that they were all painted, if I recall correctly.
Yes.
That's what you said, right?
The matte paintings were painted, and then there were optical effects that were done for like the montage of the ghost energy being released after Atherton was the ass wipe, and demanded that the containment unit be shut down. But that was not CGI.
Now, how about the scenes? The couple scenes with the dogs didn't kind of age well. You could tell.
I disagree.
It was like, oh, you think so? Because you could tell it was fake. I'm not judging it critically like I would a newer movie. But what?
The thing is, it's still listen. It adds to the charm of it, though.
Yes.
Even I do agree. The dogs are a little bit iffy, but they have like a charm to them.
They were stop motion animation. They were
stop motion.
Yes, that was like it wasn't done by Ray Harryhausen, but it was the same process that Ray Harryhausen and Willis O'Brien, who did the original King Kong, did. They were stop motion puppets, green screened into the film, and I thought that just added so much to it. Even when I was a teenager seeing it in the film, I'm like, yes, stop motion animation. And Steve Thor, Maddie's daddy, knows exactly what I'm talking about. And it added a little bit of metaphysical mystique to the film, and the film is about the metaphysics intruding upon our physical world. And therefore, it all matched up for me. It totally matched up.
You got an honorary Gen X medal from Mr. Angel. Thing.
Yeah.
Oh, Mrs. said when she saw the dogs, she thought of King Kong.
Right on, Mrs. Right on.
I need to watch King Kong.
But hey, what?
You'd like King Kong, Ang. You'd like the original 1930s King Kong.
Yeah, watch it with your mother. That's one I need to watch for your mother. I've never watched it either, so
Oh God.
I tell you, dude, black and white. I just it's my thing.
God dang you!
Too many damn black and white spider movies as a kid. But hey, Snorri Poopa's talking about Hearst though. He worked at a merchandise charity walk in high school. A friend's brother supplied his retired Hearst as a poop out wagon for people who could finish the walk.
Dang!
It was amazing how many people got a second win when we pulled up.
Whoa!
They weren't going to poop out. They were just. They weren't going to give up at that point. They were going to keep going.
Oh, boy.
So, but yeah, and you guys in the chat, feel free. Lines, scenes in the movie that y'all like and stuff. But Ang, that's interesting that you pick up on that with the animation and stuff like that. Because it does jump out. It does not look like it ages that well to me. But there are other parts with them that it did look well. I mean, it definitely looked better than a lot of the modern crap we get where we have the technology where it shouldn't be bad.
Right. And you're talking about, you don't like the stop motion. I get that. I disagree with you.
I like the stop motion. It's just, you can tell like when the dog's running across the street, it's not there. There's a blur around it. It does not look like it naturally blends into the scene. If
I understand
that correct.
But the other scenes with the dogs, and this is something I think, I'm not going to anticipate, but I would ask Ang for his opinion, is when you have the animatronics, the puppetry of the dogs. I thought that was amazing stuff. When you're close up on their faces and they're opening their mouth and going, ah, 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 ah. I thought that was just beautiful.
You also need to factor in like the time it was made in, right?
Right on.
Like, for that time, it is pretty impressive for that time,
Oh yeah.
And they don't have. I don't think they had like a lot of like stuff we have like today.
Yes.
So,
Precisely, Ang. Precisely. I mean, there
and yet they
was,
still did it better than what they do today. Well,
Well,
guess what?
that's a good point.
We got 7 votes, folks. If you 10 people watching, so if you have not voted, please vote, because we got a tie between Egon and Winston. Ray's got 1 vote, it looks like, and nobody likes Peter Venkman.
Good.
Oh my God! Jinx joke, choke your poke, and all that. You owe each other a Coke on that one.
I'm giving you a high five, Ang. I'm giving you a high five.
Absolutely, high freaking five. Same brain cell. Oh my God.
I mean, I understand Venkman's supposed to be an A-wipe, but man, I mean, Bill Murray, if he decided, Ang, I hope you get this joke, and I know you will. If he decided, all right, I'm going to be paid to be an A-wipe, I'm going to be the ultimate A-wipe.
Yeah, exactly.
He earned his money, Ang. He earned his money.
So true. Oh God.
That poor blonde girl when he's doing the card testing at the beginning of the movie.
Go ahead.
Yes?
Go ahead, Ang.
That's what really like made me like, his
hate him
like that. I was like, when I first saw him and like it was that, I'm like, oh my God, his character is that. It's like,
no.
I understand. I understand like being flirty, but like,
no love for the Venk, and co-host Vic said Venkman was kind of a creep, so it's justified. Now, I think that chick, but see, I will say that the chick knew what she was doing, though, because when he
she did not.
No. She was oblivious to all that. She was a fake, but she was in on torching the other guy, because did you see when the guy got the question right and he was going for that last little zap, and the kid's like, no, don't do it, and then he looks at her and she kind of does that.
Oh, right.
Well, I saw that physical thing, and that's what ladies do. And he's acting. What?
That's what ladies do? Did you really just say that?
I'm just waiting to see if I can get a rise out.
Do you hear that?
I'm just waiting to see what kind of reaction I get from the missus on that one. It's all about facial expressions. I'm telling you, it's facial expression. Oh, that girl was such a character of a dumb blonde.
Yeah, well, precisely, Mrs. But also, to back up what Dadman is saying, and I understand what he's saying, even if I disagree a little bit, this is what I talk about.
That's a big Twinkie. Hey, Simply Steve, good to see you tonight.
Hey, Simply, nice to see you, man. Hi. But that is what's called subtext, where you describe it visually, but you don't do it with on-the-nose dialogue, which is incredibly annoying. Right. And a lot of this film is dialogue, but a lot of it is very subtle facial expressions. And I'm sure that Ang, as an illustrator, I'm sure that Ang actually, picks up on that and looks at that and thinks, wow, just there wasn't a line of dialogue here.
I think that's one of the reasons why we like Ray so much, is because his face, he sells that innocence, that just expressive. So very, It's like, now Mr. Angel talked about the photography and style of the movie. He said, photography and style of the movie deserved an Oscar in his opinion. The movie has a timeless vibe, and I agree that this one does, and we will compare it for the moment here against Ghostbusters 2016.
Oh, please don't.
No. In this way. Even if I tried to everybody to defend 2016 as an okay movie that you could stomach and watch on some level, it's dated. It's a one-shot pony. There was nothing to draw it. There was nothing to build on for going to the future. It's really dated to the time period it was, with the out of the real world politics. It's just, there's so much to that movie, so it doesn't date. This movie was just a movie. It was
timeless.
And that's what makes it timeless. There were no politics. It was just a fun movie with a lot of pew pew bang bang and light everywhere and some ghosts. It was really, which I think goes to make it have this timeless vibe.
Agreed. Agreed. And I mean, if you can enjoy it and Ang can enjoy it, it goes to what many people refer to as an intergenerational gem.
Yeah.
It's a gem of a movie.
Yeah. Because like my kids, they've watched a lot of the movies I've watched and liked them. That a lot of the music I've did. The only thing is Ang and Ninja did not like was the New Zoo review.
What?
The New Zoo review coming when it got here, it was like love, peace. It was just hippie music, like it's daggum acoustic guitar, and I don't know. It was not fun and exciting.
Let me listen to this real quick.
What? Howdy, Sci-Fi Mommy.
Hello, Mombi.
Hello. How are you tonight? We're talking all things Ghostbusters. Well, actually, the Ghostbusters original movie. Feel free to share some funny quotes, lines, and stuff. Because we talk, and we're kind of squirreling it a bit, jumping around as we feel. How we do things, and it's kind of to keep it laid back. But just the cast is amazing. I mean, this is the first time I ever saw Ernie Hudson, and it's amazing the way his career blossomed after this. Annie Potts, I knew who she was, and then later she starts appearing in a lot of other things. So, Mrs. said the New Zoo review didn't age well. It was the most boring show, and I loved the New Zoo review as a kid. Yes,
that's funny, Mrs.
Actually, it looks really cute. Looking at the theme, I was listening to the theme song.
With the little elevator into the tree, and it's got a wonderful theme song.
Yeah, the theme song is really cute. Actually, what?
It is. It's
Glad man, I might have said that just to be a butt.
I
might have said that just to be a butt.
Oh, good one, Ed.
Hey, I'm going to take this as a compliment. Thank you. All right. People here for the dad, man. I love that. And Ang, this is what I podcast say. Ang, Sci-Fi Mombi and her co-host Vic do their shows and stuff together, and the daughter's a producer. So this is what for years ago, Ang, one of my things on Ang's channel, we started the Walking and Rambling podcast. We've been trying to get it going. It's been an interesting year and stuff, but we hope to do it more again. But we do it here on my channel where Ang and I just come in and talk about different stuff, and sometimes we'll have a guest like Hungry tonight, and then sometimes we'll just kind of just be the two of us and stuff like that. So how's
just the two of us? We can make it if
we try,
just the two of us.
Why did I get booted?
Wow, no, I just need it with two. It's like this. It's what? I'll be honest. I mean, and I'm not saying anything. Thank y'all for those comments, and I don't mean to embarrass y'all, but you know what? That makes me happy. Thank y'all for investing your time and all here with us, and it means a lot. It truly does. And co-host Vic, you and Ang might be able to be friends. So
thank you for gluing your eyeballs on the stream. We appreciate it a bunch.
Well, I actually have a question for Ang right now, because the comedy of Ang's generation.
Oh, wait a second. Wait 1 second.
Okay. All right.
I did not know this, but this is apparently, the ghost, the famous Ray ghost, right?
Yeah.
Whatever Ang called it, I don't want to hear that term again. That was the ghost that was in Ray's dream was actually Kimberly Herron, a Playboy playmate. So I was like, is that
good one, Ang?
Is that not appropriate?
Ang left. What the hell? You scared your own son off the stream. What the bloody hell, man? Come on. You can do better than that. Dude, Ang, come back. Please come back, Ang. Please.
I got to add Ang back to the stage. And Stunning, that makes sense. Let's see where the poll is, though. Because I want to get Stunning. We are going to declare the poll over now.
Good.
We've got, because Stunning gave me another idea for a good poll. And if you're on the Twitch side, vote in it. if you would like to. Who's your favorite Ghostbuster? We're going to close the poll in 3, 2, 1.
Right on,
and
Mr. Ray.
Everybody
right
got at least one vote. Ray tied with Venkman, but Egon wins the poll.
Good.
Egon ekes out over Winston, though. It's interesting, I thought.
No, Egon is the best character in this damn movie.
Mr. Angel.
Egon's great.
Yeah.
Egon and Ray are like the backbone of the movie.
Talk about that scene where like she's at the desk and he pops up. What did you think? and honestly, what do you think about him and Janine in this movie together? Yeah, because
I was thinking like, wait, was that what I think it was? I'm not gonna say anything.
I'm not gonna give a facial expression to make Dadman uncomfortable while I'm watching this movie, right, Ang?
No, Ray did that for me. They couldn't just leave it to the kids, okay, but they had to show his face. Like,
I know. I hope he washed his lips about 10 minutes later. I'm sorry. Look, I'm not making it naughty. It was a naughty moment in the film. It
was a naughty moment. But Ang, what did you think when you saw it? I mean, you were a teenager. You were older and stuff. I mean, it was not. I mean, it just kind of. It was kind of there. Look, I play Cards with Humanity with these kids.
Oh, right.
You should. I mean, that was minor compared to everything else I'd seen. So,
speak, Ang.
Speak. I do want you to talk because you were touched on it a little bit earlier about Egon and Janine. I mean, you seem to really like that connection. What and then when I told you that it didn't happen in Ghostbusters 2, we're kind of peeved. What is about the two of them that you like together?
I don't know. I just think two nerds together are adorable. They're adorable. They're I said earlier before we took a break, we went to go chill out before the stream, right then, man. I said, what's his name? What's the nerd's name that gets caught up in like the whole
Louis Tully, the accountant.
Tully.
Why can't the accountant get love?
He was trying.
Okay.
He was trying in the party. Yeah.
He could go for someone else.
Well, poor guy. A guy like him strikes out everywhere he goes. He can't even open his own door. He gets locked out every time.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear. I mean, honestly, and I hope Maddie's daddy's not going to be upset with me for saying this, because I do respect tall women. And Sigourney Weaver is very tall. I mean,
you saw how short he was. Tall. Look at Gene Kasem, too, when they started to dance.
Yeah. But, I mean, Sigourney Weaver, and this is one of the few complaints I will have in this film, compared to other things like Alien, which she had done in 1979, 5 years before this movie.
Right.
I mean, she was way more incredible in that film. And she's been way more incredible in other films. And here, she's just there for Peter Venkman, the ass wank, to go ahead and flirt
Once again, the ass wank gets the chick and all, not the accountant. I mean, who's your favorite ghost in Ghostbusters? Slimer, Ray Dream Ghost, Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, Librarian Ghost? This question is courtesy of Stunning and Brave Megatron. Thank you, Stunning, for that. So, yes,
it's a good question.
But
put a poll up.
I did. I put my poll up, so it's there. And Snortopoopas said accounts get no love because they don't add up. Good one, Snortopoopas.
Timer Goofy.
Nice one.
Iconic.
Sci-Fi. Now, are you saying they're all your favorite? It's like your children you can't choose. Are you just saying that because co-host Vic is here?
But I mean, honestly, Ang. I mean, with the movies that you've seen, do you, Ang, think that Sigourney Weaver was a powerful female character in here, or just a plot widget?
That's a good question. come back to me on that question.
No problem.
Well, Snorterpoop said he voted for the librarian ghost. He said Snorterpoop said he voted for the librarian ghost he used to work for. So
I apologize.
The poll says I can't vote in it. I don't
know
about that.
Mr. A? Oh no!
Oh, man,
no!
I don't know. It's a poll out there. You should be able to vote in it.
But okay, so going back to you and Ang. You and Ang.
I will say that to your question about that.
Yeah.
I didn't even look at her. But see, back then we didn't even care what genders of were. She was a character. She was driving it.
Oh, I'm not talking gender. I'm not talking gender.
Oh,
I'm not talking gender.
A strong female character like that.
I'm talking about a woman character who is incredibly interesting in what she says and the way she says it. And I mean, it was just, I'm annoyed with Venkman. Now I like Venkman. Now I'm annoyed with Venkman. Now I like him again. And it just seemed like all the generic.
It's kind of like all the women act around stunning, right? You know, because they deep down.
Hey, you shut up because Squeaka might be lurking.
Well, you never know. Who knows? But hey, but stunning. It's not just her. He does that with all the women. You know.
I'm not making fun of Stunning. I love Stunning, and he made me a He turned me into a dinosaur, so I love that.
Dude, did you see what he did for the Miss and I with our Fortnite characters? It's just amazingly awesome. But I tell you what, we talk about and we dump on Venkman a lot and all that. But yeah, exactly. What can you say? Exactly, Stunning. Exactly. So.
I think we should bully characters that are creeps, even if they change, because it's funny.
But see, I think Venkman showed some
not the
change,
actors though. Don't harass actors.
Right, exactly.
Exactly. Dude, exactly. A lot of VAs who play like villain characters get like harassed because of their characters.
They do. Yeah, and it's sad. But I will say, go ahead, Ang. Sorry. Man. Go ahead.
Like,
go ahead. Sorry.
Come on, man. You know.
No, it's a serious point.
Like, they're literally not the character. They just voice the character.
Right.
What do you mean?
But also, Ang. Also, I mean, the thing is that when we only have two real female characters in this movie. We have Annie Potts and Sigourney Weaver in their characters. Now, I will tell you, considering the feisty nature of Janine in this Annie Potts in this movie, I would never pay attention to Sigourney Weaver. I would be buying roses and chocolates for Annie Potts as Janine every day of the week.
Short hair for me, though. She's got some hair on her head.
Valid.
What's with the short haircut, though, dude?
Thank you.
What's with the short haircut, though, dude?
Don't you start me on short haircuts. I like Annie Lennox. Short haircuts on women, you and Claudia are wrong. You're just wrong. It is completely acceptable. And if they have the right personality to go with a haircut, just like with men having to rock the right haircut, and mullets are always wrong. Then if you have the right personality to go with a haircut, it is sublime. It is sexy. And Annie Potts was the sex pot of this movie. And I know you were joking.
She had that flair. She had that flair in her character. I actually think she was more that than Sigourney Weaver's character, than Dana.
Yeah.
Because Dana was a straight-laced musician. Annie was, Annie had that dark side, you know. You had that streak that you kept waiting for it to come out. You didn't know what was coming out. And she, like Ang had said, like her and Egon, and she just kept waiting for her to jump on top of Egon at any moment. And she said, I'm sorry, I'm afraid you're going to die. So
I mean, you have the moment where the policeman
here's a comment though.
Yes, thank you, Mrs.
It says here that the Weaver's character was solely to drive the story and be Venkman's side.
I agree.
He really didn't do anything else.
I agree with the missus, and she was there with Village to Pillage, and we know how we can agree but disagree. But also there was the moment where the cop comes to the door of the firehouse.
Yep.
And Annie opens the door. Not any of the guys. Annie Potts, Janine, opens the door and just looks at him and says, "Coming or going?" And
wait. I'm reading something, and it's of course Wikipedia, and let's see, because you remember the dance, the party scene.
Yeah.
And all that stuff. We actually have an appearance of Casey Kasem's voice.
Yes.
And we have cameo. His wife Jean was also the tall guest at the dance party. But apparently, according to what Wikipedia is saying, also at that party scene was Debbie Gibson, who was the American version of your Kylie Minogue, and Ron Jeremy.
Yes.
So it's like I'm going to have to go back and watch that damn movie and see if that's true. Hey, guess what? Snortapoop has won the bad race. This news back for this old bear.
You guys vamp. I'll be right back.
Have fun haunting the castle. Thank you, Snortapoopus. So, yeah, you didn't miss much. We just jump around, Vic. So, did you want to say goodnight to Snortapoopus? Dang, sorry.
Yeah, I was saying have a good sleep. Have a good night. You dream a lot of fishies, okay?
Absolutely. And Vic, even if we missed it, so even if you missed something, throw it out there. We'll talk about it again. Yes, Mr. Angel. I'm like, I don't know if I was more shocked about that or Debbie Gibson. Like, I've got to go back and watch that scene again then. And also, who else was in it? Reginald Vell Johnson. You remember at the jail scene? Hey, Snortapoopus said to you, Ang, well did, tons of fishies. Hey, thank you.
Yeah.
Exactly. But yeah, it's you're like, what the heck with this Reginald Vell Johnson? Well, if you don't know him, he played the dad on Family Matters, but before that, he was known as Sergeant Al Powell from the LA Police Department, Nakatomi Plaza. That guy, and in Die Hard 2. So we see him in this movie. Really, really interesting. But you know what? We also saw a lot of this, Ang, and you and I commented on it.
Yeah.
How many damn cigarettes did we see? Lit smoking cigarettes. There had to be 10 at least. I've got to go back. That's another thing.
There's at least 5.
Well, Larry King, alive, had it. He's smoking. Ray was smoking down the hallway. They were smoking in the bottom of the... It just was it's so funny the things that happened back then that were acceptable social practices that we don't do nowadays.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Ernie Hudson is lighting up a cigarette. See, the thing is, there's smoking, fake smoking in movies, and then there's real smoking.
I think they were really smoking in this one.
No, Dan Aykroyd, he inhaled, he puffed out. Ernie Hudson inhaled, puffed out. And I'm an ex-smoker, so I pay a lot of attention to that. I don't want to. It's just I notice, And when rewatching it for this stream, I was looking at it going, dude, you guys are really smoking back then.
Yep.
You're seriously smoking back then. That was not a fake puff, because there are actresses who would do a fake puff because they knew that would affect their voice quality later on in life. So they would not really smoke. They would just put it in their mouth and take a little bit in their mouth and then release it. But they did not inhale. Sorry, Bill Clinton. I know you didn't inhale. That's an in-joke for people who are like adults in the 90s. But
that's kind of just, it's kind of like one that I told the other night. It's such a socially accepted thing. It's not a political joke in the truest sense. It's just one of those funny running commentaries. We had one, I explained to Mr. Angel the other night about the dad voting in Chicago. And stuff
right.
like that. Yeah, because everybody, it's 50, 60, 80, 60s. It's 60-something years later, and it's been a joke since I was a kid. It's like everybody votes in Chicago, even if you're underground. So.
Oh, and by the way, thank you to Sci-Fi Mombi for correcting me on the line. Yes, off. Thank you, Mombi. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Like wondering.
Okay. Ang, you're getting a question from Mr. Angel. May I ask what you think is the most dated scene in the movie?
Okay, let's see. What was the most dated scene in the movie? Let's think.
I would probably say everything involving cigarettes, but nowadays you can't do that.
I mean, that.
But no, honestly,
also it's not just that. It's just
what I guess what of all this,
I
guess what of all the scenes that you see really doesn't fit nowadays.
Well, mine is the cigarettes because smoking bad.
Right.
What else?
How about the sexual harassment? Sexual harassment of blonde chick at the beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were kind of creeped out by that one. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Well, tell us what you thought about that, because that one bothered you. I know that bothered you.
Yes, because sexual harassment is gross.
And hey,
right.
Wade.
No, I understand. You need to understand the time that your dad and I lived in, Ang, where people would laugh at that crap, but a lot of us would look at it and go, "No, that's gross." But nowadays, I'm not trying to sound progressive here, but the situation is we are more educated culturally, if you know what I mean, Ang. More educated. But I mean, honestly, there's a big difference between that scene and Police Academy, which your dad and I talked about. Big difference.
I don't want to even touch Police Academy.
No, it gets better. The other ones get cuter and less. The first one was the one that was over the top with all the boobies and stuff like that. The others kind of got normal. Hey, we got 11 votes on the new poll. We got a tie between Slimer and the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. Wow. At this point, but wait. No, we don't, because I've got to refigure. Slimer has one less vote because Mr. Angel intended to vote for the librarian ghost. So I got to remember that as we go through. So Sci-Fi Mommy says she can quote Ghostbusters, Ghostbusters 2, and Spaceballs. I can quote religiously. Oh, forgot Robin Hood Men in Tights, which is one that Appian and looked at recently.
I voted for Slimer.
I know that's a hard call. Yeah, go ahead.
So here's a question for Ang. Okay, so do you know what Chekhov's gun is?
No! There is the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man! I didn't read the selections! No! I'm
Never mind.
so distraught. I'm so distraught.
That's all right.
Oh.
I'm lost.
I'm lost. Basically, Dad, I didn't read the options. I chose Slimer, but then I realized Stay Puft Marshmallow Man was there in your poll. Anyways,
I will be honest. My favorite ghost is actually an animatronic.
I like it.
It's an animatronic
panda. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, my favorite ghost in the entire film is the taxi cab driver corpse.
Ah, yeah.
Nice. That's okay. The taxi. That's actually pretty cool, though. Hello.
Yes, Ang, and it's all physically made. There is nothing that is added to it. It's just a physical object, a puppet that has fun in the scene, and I love that. I just adore that, and it's so wonderfully done. It's disgusting and it's grotesque. But it's so well made.
It's grotesque, but it's not like over the top.
Right.
Now, did y'all know that some of the people that were considered for the role of Venkman? Let's see.
You went on the IMDb, didn't you?
I know. I'm going somewhere else.
Okay.
Bill Murray was considered essential to success, but was known for not committing to projects until late.
Oh God, yeah.
So that type of thing. So others that were considered for the role, let's see, Michael Keaton, Chevy Chase, Tom Hanks, Robin Williams, Steve Guttenberg.
Oh God.
And Richard Pryor?
Hold on, Richard. No, look, a lot of those names I would accept. Richard Pryor would have been fantastic at that time.
Yeah,
okay? But Chevy Chase, no, screw him.
Yep.
Smug son of a bitch.
Exactly. No. Well, the taxi scene got a lot of outside.
Yeah. Nice one, Mr. A. Nice one.
Guess who they also considered to portray Egon?
Uh-oh.
Christopher Walken.
Now that would have been funny. It would have been stupid.
John Lithgow.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Christopher Lloyd.
Oh, these are all good choices.
Jeff Goldblum.
Yes. Okay, I'm getting it.
And Michael Keaton again.
Honestly, those are all fantastic choices, but I think Ang would agree with me. Sometimes what you end up with is the right choice, and Mr. Ramis was Egon. He will always be Egon. Always.
Yeah.
Now, he's a sweet nerd. He's a sweet, loving nerd, Ang. You know what I mean.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, John Candy was offered the role of Louis Tully.
John Candy?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yep.
That would have changed the entire vibe of the movie.
Oh, I
wow.
agree. Rick Moranis for that role was perfect.
I mean, I love John Candy.
And Sandra Bernhard turned down the role of Janine Melnitz.
Oh, thank God. I mean, I like Sandra I mean, honestly, I like Sandra Bernhard in 5 things out of her entire career. But no, Annie Potts had to be Janine.
Yeah,
had to be.
He had to be Tully. You know, it just Rick Moranis had to be Tully. Now, Mrs. said she agrees with you. Richard Pryor could have been good as Vecman.
Yes,
Mr.
thank
Angel
you,
would have sell his kidneys to see Christopher Walken.
No, dude, you know, I like the multiple Mr. A. I like the multiple universe theory in regards to us going to an alternate universe and seeing him in that role. And you know what I mean, dude? Because we like the metaphysical comic books. Yeah.
Let's talk about some more what Wikipedia has given us. You
oh God!
Thank you, Wikipedia. Very cool. Yeah, me too.
Okay.
Thank you,
okay.
Wikipedia.
I don't mind. Okay.
Thank you, Wikipedia. Very cool.
Yeah. The Sumerian god Gozer, the Gozerian. Who do you think was envisioned as a business-suited architect was originally intended? Who would you guess was originally intended for that role? That was played by Slavita Jovan, as you said.
Slavica Jovan. Jovan.
Who was originally intended for the role?
Mother. Sorry. Sorry, that was
Paul Rubens.
No. Unacceptable. I love him, but no. But
when he passed on the idea, Slavita Jovan was cast. And
Slavica Jovan.
Okay. It was changed to one inspired by an androgynous looks combined of Grace Jones and David Bowie.
She wasn't that androgynous. She was skinny.
Well, no, that's what it was. You couldn't tell exactly, but it was still either way. That's a side point of what's here. But you know, it was interesting to see what could have been with these movies. Imagine how these roles, if they were cast differently, could have been. But that's
I think you love Star Wars,
though. Yeah,
you love Star Wars, and as you know, I mean, Tom Selleck was being considered for Han Solo, but he ended up doing Magnum PI instead, and that would have been an entire.
Maybe he'd have appreciated it. So,
oh God, I'm not going to touch that with a 10-foot pole. But I mean, sometimes you end up, and I think with both our generation and Ang's generation, you end up with the right cast you needed,
exactly.
Whether it's by accident or design.
I think, and what do you think with this in terms of timing and how it ages? I think because it's such a good cast, balanced and all, that's also one of the things that's helped it age, you know, to stay the same over the years.
The chemistry between people.
What if John Candy was Louis Tully? Would have been so completely different than what we got. Ang, what do you think about that with the casting and how it lasted?
Yeah, the casting's very iconic. Let's be real. So, like, I think, like Hungry said, if they got casted like with different people, I think it would be a lot different.
Yeah.
No, I do not mind to agree with Ang. To agree with Ang. To agree with Ang. I do not mind these alternate theories.
Hold on.
Oh God.
Hold on. Mr. Angel said he's just glad that Hungry and you were not just to choose this form of the destroyer. Newsflash: giant goth girl in hot pants destroys New York with a sword.
That is absolutely 100% correct. That is honestly no. I mean, this is not something you or Ang will understand, but Mr. A will understand. The female singer from Sisters of Mercy, yes, that would have gone through my head. And then, we all would have just said, okay, kill us. It's fine, no problem.
Yes. One of the other things I do want to talk about real quick before you ask your question.
Okay.
Ang, I put something in the private chat for you to see. Music.
Dear.
And have we talked enough about the cinematography too? But I want to talk about the music. The soundtrack was wonderful. I mean, not just the Ghostbusters, theme song, but the cleaning up the town, the magic song at that scene was amazing. It really had a great soundtrack, as we talked about with Battlestar Galactica, Buck Rogers, everything else.
Oh, look, there was a lot of crap 80s garbage in the movie, but there was a lot of good 80s gold in the movie. It is a juxtaposition. It is honestly a juxtaposition. There is some terrible music in this movie. And I actually have that in my note. Yes, I do.
Okay, well, what's wrong? You have the right to be wrong, but what's wrong with
I have the right to be wrong. And you have the right to sing Duran Duran, bitch. That's okay.
Get him. Whoa! That man, abuse of power. Wow. I looked away for 1 second and I see Hunger just get exploded into the sun.
I'm happy to be
It's
exploded,
a good thing, though, I don't call him what's socially acceptable to call him in Australia.
What you were trying to say, though.
I know.
You know what? Yeah, I know.
But I mean, honestly, let's boot the question to Ang, though, because Ang has grown up with multiple generations of music.
But let's do this real quick, because the missus has talked right on that about the movie is timeless because of the great writing and the chemistry of the actors.
Yes.
You can look over the dated effects because of that. I agree with that completely.
I don't think they're dated, though. I don't think they're dated. I think they're timeless.
Some very occasionally, but still, that's splitting hairs for something so
right.
good.
Okay.
So
good
now,
point.
Sci-Fi Mommy says she loves the music of these movies. help I'm being oppressed. Okay, so now that we're here, let me look at the poll real quick and then I'll let you pose that question. Ang. Slimer, well, we got to adjust Slimer down though, but Slimer still has the lead because he's at 50% now. He's got 7 votes, so it would be 6. So it looks like Slimer's still in the lead technically for now, even if we adjust. Okay, Hungry, ask the question that you wanted to ask to Ang.
I just want to ask Ang what Ang thought about the music in the film, but not the main theme, but also some
like the other song.
See, you're kind of answering the question there because some of the other stuff is so forgettable and so 80s. But you've grown up with the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s. So what did you think about the music in the film?
I think it was pretty all right. That's all I could say because I didn't really focus on the music.
Okay.
I focused more on the. Well,
you're an artist. The visuals, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean some of the visuals are just amazing. Like there's the montage scene where the ghosts are released, and then we're seeing how ghosts are just infecting New York, and you have the final scenes where the clouds are gathering around the main building when we're leading up to the crescendo of the film. And those visuals are just so powerful, even to this day. And did you feel they were still powerful as you were watching it? The visuals, I mean.
Let me think. like I said before, when you put in the factor of like, you know, the time it was made in, like what time it was made in, you can learn to appreciate it. Like appreciate and like
That's so polite, Ang. That's so polite. But did you like them? Just emotionally yourself? Did you like them?
They had like a charm. They had like a charm. Oh, I'm being serious. They had a charm.
I know. I'm just thinking, Ang, because I'm like 50, and I'm.
No, you're not 50. You're older.
I'm old. I am actually much older than 50. I'm in my second half of my century, but there are times where I just look at like a 30-year-old guy flirting with a 50-year-old woman, and I say, "Oh, that's charming." Isn't he sweet?
Let me do a right turn real quick, because Mrs. We got 13 here now. Thank y'all for coming.
You know what I mean, Ag.
More people are coming in.
It's not about him. It's not about him. Screw that guy. Throw him into the sun.
There you have it. Ang is outspoken. Mrs. actually agrees to Mr. Angel. The music complimented the scene they were in. Felt the music overpowered this. Never felt the music overpowered the scenes. Just made the scene better. And hail to you, Nemesis of Eating. You're a beautiful being. Thank you for being here. Bring your friends and everybody else in. YouTube struck again. They took another sub away. We're down to 6
Oh,
and 3.
no.
Everybody, make sure you always check your subs. We're fortunately not too bad. But if you have not subscribed to the Mrs. Dadman Walking, Mrs., put your link out in there. Please subscribe to her channel. She is within 7 of hitting 200. So if you're not, go over there now, sub to her channel. Let's get her to 200.
Do the same.
Yeah, Nemi is on my side here. Nemi's on my side.
Look, I married a friggin' older woman, man.
Yeah.
I went after the older woman, and she ran until she could not resist the powerful turns of Dad. I said, babe, you're the make fate had me created for. And, you know, and then finally she couldn't find it anymore. And then, damn, boom.
I'll be honest. I have dated older women from the time I was 19.
No, not stunning, damn it. Hungry. You're supposed to, like, pump me up there. Back me up, bro.
I am totally backing you up. I nearly married a woman.
You went off in a squirrel chase. I was like, yeah, Mrs., you good choice. Anyway.
Hey, I'm just backing up the chat and the missus, okay? I'm just backing up the chat and the missus. You tell me to do that all the time.
Mrs., I have to nerf you. I can grab it.
Folks, that's 28 years of love and marriage speaking right there.
Right there.
Right there. Thank you, babe.
I love that.
Yeah, so,
Sonny and Cher.
Hello to you, sir. And Mrs., make sure you put your link out there, because if people have not, please, we got 16 people. People just came in. If you're lurking, thank you for lurking. Please say hi if you can. We'd like to say hi to people at times. And oh shit.
Oh, you swore.
Yeah, I know. I'm about to get shot with a Nerf gun. Quit it. Right. So anyway, but hey, I'll tell you what, older women like to play a lot. I agree. You can get a lot. Anyway, that's on a different thing. And here's the Mrs. channel, Mrs. Dadmanwalking55 on YouTube. So, hey, Nemesis was 6 when we got married.
Oh, that was funny. That was funny.
So
but I will tell you, Nemesis, I will tell you, flirting with older women is not acceptable. Going home with them is. Hello, Annie Potts. I hope you're listening.
There you go.
Just kidding. I'm just kidding, man. I'm just
all right. Ang, hey, Ang, are you back? I got a question for you.
No, I'm not back. In fact, I'm done.
No, come back, Ang.
I've exploded into atoms. That's crazy.
Come on, Ang.
Make
you
sure
can hang,
Ang. In our poll too, everybody. Thank you. So
I have a new hashtag. Ang can hang. Okay.
Look at this. Bucky comes back. I walk away for 20 minutes. Shake my head. Exactly.
I know. I hear you, Bucky.
All right, now, Ang, Mr. Angel does have a serious question for you.
Okay.
That's good.
Have you seen Monty Python and the Holy Grail?
It's okay to say
movie.
no.
Huh?
It's okay to say no.
I can't stand that movie.
I think I watched it with. Wow.
I'm gonna be honest. I can't stand that movie.
Why can you not stand? What do you
try
have
to
against
watch
Monty
it again.
Python?
No, it's the movie. There's Monty Python the series, and then there's the movie Monty Python and the Holy Grail. So I mean, Angus in Ang's
Dad,
rights. Yeah.
You forgot about Monty Python and the Holy Grail?
Right.
Well, that's what I was asking you. That's what Mr. Angel said. Did you like it?
That is the movie with the Vorpal rabbit. And that is just...
I love that movie. I love that movie.
If you loved it so much, then why did you forget it?
I did not forget it. I did not forget it. I did not forget it.
You gave me a cough, Ang.
You've always called her as.
I almost did. Oh God! I was laughing so hard. Ang, you're so funny. You're so funny. Oh my God.
See, this is what. Yeah, Nemesis loves Holy Grail. We used to quote entire scenes when you did HVAC. Well, hell, I watched it for the first time in skipping my English class in the physics class. So we're the nights who say me. So, by the way, Mrs. is saying she is enjoying a Tim Tam right now. Hungry.
Oh, fantastic. Fantastic, Mrs. And I'm enjoying the memory of the Knights of the Holy Grail with Naughty Zoot. Mr.
No,
A
see,
knows
Mr.
what I mean
Angel
by that.
and Mr. Angel was really appreciating the honesty. No worries. Just curious how this, your generation views these movies. So
yes,
and it's interesting. Like
that movie is it's but a flesh wound.
Just but a scratch. Just but a flesh wound.
And there's another one that's like I forgot. And I'll give it a. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe my taste has changed. I need to watch it again. I need to try to watch it.
Yeah, I agree with you because that's what happened with me with Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. The second time it wasn't so bad. Of course, now Hungry loves Fifth Element with Ruby Red because of me and Anthony talking about that movie. But one that I have owed J.T. Kirk, the very same thing that you said. When I said Wrath of Khan was mad to me, J.T. Kirk came on and showed his face for the first time. So I owe it to J.T. Kirk to go back and watch it because, like you said, Ang, as you age and mature, there are different things that you may be ready to enjoy when you were not when you're younger. And Bucky's, your mother was a hamster and your father smelled of elderberries.
Oh yeah.
And I fought in your general direction. There's your French for the night, Bucky. I'm sure you're laughing. Don't wake the kids up, okay?
Naughty Zoot, wicked Zoot.
Okay.
Mr. A knows what I mean.
Yes. And he finds it actually refreshing to hear how the current generation looks at movies of our generation.
Yeah, true.
Exactly.
I know a couple of my friends who like Monty Python. They're around my age as well. So yeah.
What do you mean?
People enjoy it.
What do you mean they put that into the skit last year? The end of R.I.P. French Soldier. Oh man, that's. Oh gosh, if Hungry didn't wake the kids with your laughter, they would be fine.
Oh, I'm sorry, Bucky.
It's usually Bucky threatening me for speaking French because she's laughing so hard. She's about to wake the kids up in the other room. So
I'm so sorry, Bucky. I apologize.
So we've got all the different things with this movie. Any other things that we talked about movies? Did we actually finish the conversation on the music part of this or not?
I think we did.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would bring up another thing about the movie that a lot of people don't catch, but being a retired illustrator, I catch these things.
Okay.
And there were moments, subtle moments, where you rarely have handheld cam, what we call shaky cam. But then it's a tripod camera, and it is a perfect editorial visual balance between what needs to be looking a little tiny bit documentary and then just being standard Hollywood movie. And I think that was just a magnificent choice on the part of Mr. Ramis. And we have to recognize Mr. Ramis was not just an actor as Egon in the film, he was the director. And that means a lot.
I forget about that. Yeah. Yeah, I did forget about that too. That is interesting. It's like it's like the man.
I mean, it's a Reitman film. It's a Reitman film, but I mean, there's an Ivan Reitman film. But the thing is that Ramis had a lot of influence in it, so I got to correct myself a little bit. It is directed by Ivan Reitman, but there was a lot of influence from Harold Ramis, a lot. And if somebody. This is just something that is an argument in regards to film and cinematography. If somebody is pretty much saying, no, I know how this scene, just a scene, one part of a movie is going to happen, and they say, let's do it my way. Who's the director? You know what I mean? Who is direct? I mean, who's the writer of the line, I love you? I know. I mean, it comes down to a much of a muchness, as my parents used to say. And so Ivan Reitman is the overall director of the film, but Mr. Ramis, I would say, directed a lot of it.
And didn't they allow some little bit of improv and adapted lines, things that they happened that just broke?
They had to because Bill Murray was going to improv whether they told him to improv or deny him.
Which was a different improv than 2016, which was like just off the chart, uncontrolled.
Sloppiness. And it was a very designed script. The original, 84, was a very designed script. The shooting was very controlled. And 2016... was an actor pretending to be a director, just saying, oh, go for it. We'll film it. We'll edit it later. That's just no. I don't mind the 2016 film as much as other people mind it, but it is not constructed in the same manner in which Ghostbusters 1984 was constructed, which was tight. It was relatively controlled. And when Bill Murray would do his improvisation and he would come up with a lot of lines, a lot of those lines are kept in. Some of them were not.
Yep, it is. The actual premiere of this movie took place on June 7th. The release was the next day on my birthday. So you remember when they used to do big, they still do big premieres, but it seems like that they do them like weeks in advance or something. I don't know. Yeah. It's just crazy. So, Ang, what do you want to say? Is there anything else with this movie or topic you want to say? Like Bucky said, we'll fix it. No, there's Bucky saying we'll fix it in post seems to be the motto of these days.
Yes, precisely, Bucky. Precisely.
Yes, and his budget. Actually, what I read also was that they asked Reitman how much he needed to make the movie. And let me see let me get back to the spot because it was I want to make sure I got this right because it looked like what he did was he just he took the Stripes budget. Yeah, I see it's
have you shared Stripes with Ang?
No, I've not shared.
It's a funny movie. It's a funny movie. It is.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm trying to see where this was because there was something in here about the budget itself.
Okay.
And I'm trying to make sure I get this right. Okay, so Reitman pitched film to Columbia Pictures executive in March of 1983. Found it funny but unsure of the project as comedies were seen to have limited profitability. He said the film would have to take a big budget due to special effects and popular cast. Reitman reportedly said they could work with $25 to $30 million in 1983 dollars. But the figures have been cited. So for that, the studio agreed for 25 to 30. Reitman later admitted he made up the figure, basing it on 3 times the budget for Stripes, which seemed reasonable. I mean, that's just a wag, you know.
Well,
you know what a wag is?
Yeah, I do, but I mean, honestly,
a wag in that case, a wild ass guess, you know. So
right, but and wag means something else in Australia, but it comes out to the same thing. But the thing that no, it does. The thing is a bit of a wag. I mean, but the thing is though, I think Reitman was in his rights to do that because you look at the script, you have special effects. In Stripes, you do not. You have chicks in a mud bath in Stripes. That is not expensive.
Wait, what the friggin' hell? What the friggin' hell? What? This is what? Listen, last night on our damn Ang, I'm sorry, I'm freaking out. But last night on our damn sports show,
it's not the only time you've done this.
We had look. We found about a team played the Mississippi University for women that had a men's basketball program out of nowhere.
Right.
But I did lose his name. Damn it! Come here. Columbia's CEO sent his lawyer Dick Gallup to Los Angeles to convince Price not to pursue the film, but Price disagreed. Gallup returned to the head office to report that Price was out of control. Well, guess who Columbia's CEO was? None other. Hi, Lemon Pie. Bucky, where the hell is Whoopa? Where the heck is Whoopa? Hey, Lemon Pie. Yes, I'm on a rant because this is how freaking small the world is. Columbia's CEO who wanted to stop the project was none other than Faye Vincent, who, yes, became Major League Baseball commissioner after Bart Giamatti passed away.
I don't understand any of that, but I love it.
It's like, I mean, this is truly breaking news. It's like inbreeding lawyership, running organizations.
Inbreeding.
How can a guy that's running movie studios be baseball commissioner?
Oh God.
Anyway. Sorry, Ang.
Oh my, it's fine. It's okay.
Oh God, Sci-Fi Mommy's cussing now. No, I am not crapping you. Yes, right here. I'm going to bring this up from here.
Chat goes wild. Chat goes wild.
Chat goes wild. Here we go. I'm going to share this screen, at least according to Wikipedia. So if Wikipedia's lying, then they're lying, okay? But here it is, right here. Whoopa Troopa, where are you? Yes, right there. Faye Thomas Vincent. Yes. Wow, there it is. So yes.
Can you actually? I mean, we're talking about that, but I mean, Mr. A has made some very good comments regarding Ghostbusters. And
yes, I'm sorry. That helped. Thank you, Bucky, for filling in for Whoop. But next time, you gotta tell him later he was.
I love seeing Bucky's face. Bucky has a lovely
paid
face.
Actor. Did you see the stream?
You're a paid actor.
The other day. Were you there in the chat that day, or did you see the replay with Bucky?
Yes.
Awesome. I love Bucky. And we're going to be playing Fortnite at some point soon. So, Mr. Angel's like you. Zero clue what just happened. You had a Dadman sports ball meltdown rant.
Mr. A. Yeah,
I mean, we got Sci-Fi Memby cussing too. It's like, for sports people, it was really weird. Unbelievable. But hey, okay. So anyway, here we go. Like he said, this budget was pretty small. Like we said, $25 to $30 million. Of course, the former future Major League Baseball commissioner decided that was too much. Look at the money Mysterious dumped now. And that added to a charm. The effects department went out of their way to make it the best with relative little work beyond everyone's expectations.
Yes.
At least it got some practical effects was at the peak of its effectiveness. And hello again, Lemon Pie. I'm sorry. I hope I did not completely ignore you. Good to say hello, Citrus. Sorry, that's not bad.
Hello, Citrus.
Hello, Citrus.
Nice one, Ang. Nice one. Well done. Well done.
we did hit Mr. Angel's stuff right there. So,
Yeah.
talk about freaky. But anyway, I don't have much more to say about this movie. But I mean, dear God, let's keep looking, I guess, because you're never though finding crap like that. It's like, damn.
I will also. I just want to point out that there are rare occasions in the film, because if you're going to be visually a genius in a film, you have to make something without somebody realizing you're making something and not draw attention to it. And there are some magnificent examples of dolly shots in the film. And a dolly shot, for people who don't know, is when you have a guy working the camera, he's sitting in a chair, and it's actually on a track, like a little railroad track. And you're either pulling him back while he's filming the shot, or you're pushing him towards the actor while he's filming the shot. It's very technically difficult to do. And we had two very, very incredible dolly shots in this film.
Yeah.
And that means a lot to me. Where somebody's saying, it's going to cost a lot of money, but we're going to do it just twice. And nobody's going to notice, but they will subconsciously appreciate the film more because we did that. And that means a lot to me.
Yep. Well, one thing with this movie is, I guess that Dan Aykroyd was like one of the main writers, the creators of the thing, but his family's fascination and history with the paranormal.
Oh, yeah. He's a woo-woo guy. He's a woo-woo guy.
His father wrote a book, History of Ghosts.
Yes.
His mother claimed to have seen ghosts. Of course, his grandfather and his great-grandfather was a renowned spiritualist. So, this had a lot of, and maybe that's, because it meant something to him. Maybe that made him even a better actor in this whole thing, because he
took it. There's a term, playing it straight, which has nothing to do with gender. That's actually about something that should be comedic, but you're taking it so seriously that the audience looks at it, reacts, and then laughs. And Dan Aykroyd in this film played it utterly straight. He was serious from his first word to the last word in the film.
Well, let's say goodnight to Corey Cochran. Good night,
Oh, nighty, Corey.
Nighty, Corey.
We're probably going to wrap up soon. We got 12 people still with us tonight. We've gone about 2 hours. So
just space out a little bit.
Yes, Mr. Angel says USA sports is one of the great mysteries of the universe. Sorry, I'm Europe. Hey, we'll talk soccer, international football for you.
Football. Yes.
I want to talk rugby, and I want to talk Australian football for Hungary. So, I do like Australian football, but that's another story for another day. Yeah, Ang?
Don't worry.
Yeah. Well, why don't we go ahead and give some final thoughts on this, folks in the chat. If you have any final thoughts or whatever, we still got 11, 12 people here. Thank you, but we'll go ahead. It's been a great look at the first movie. Tomorrow night, we are planning on Mrs. and I watching Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. I have quit watching trailers as much as possible. Unfortunately, I saw enough of the second to kind of I wish I wouldn't have seen something, but it wasn't not too bad. But
I've been avoiding them, man.
I would avoid them because it looks so good. And if you liked Afterlife, this should be really, really cool. So, well, name a sport and we'll research it for you, Mr. Angel. So, I'm really excited about this. We have Mrs. said the theater's not crowded. We have an 8:00 show, and we got to go see Grandma Man Walking tomorrow night and do some business. And she's doing better. She had a good day today, from what I heard, and it was see her tomorrow night on our way to go see the movie. Get some cuddles and some popcorn.
Nice.
So, you're going to see with Gorilla Man too. Awesome.
Good.
Yeah, I was afraid tickets would be available, but they got so many showings. And Mrs. said it's not. It's almost one of those things, and I'm going to branch off into something a little bit, Ang. If you want to chime in, feel free. There seems to be a big thing on Twitter and a lot of I didn't even say same as YouTube streams and stuff about mocking certain movies and like nobody there opening nights.
Yeah.
But from what I got from the missus, this they don't have a big sellout in this theater. I mean, because to me, I was shocked when she said we got tickets, and she does not pick bad seats. You know, and she even offered if we want to do those 4D chairs, but you know, I just I'll be curious to see if people make a big deal if the theaters are not as full on opening night. Now Friday and Saturday definitely, but you know what? Still Thursday nights, it's a hard night for a lot of people. You know.
Well, I mean, there's that, and also, I mean, sometimes a film can be a really good film, but it becomes a cult film, and it might have nothing to start out with. Like Rocky Horror Picture Show was a fucking bomb when it came out. Yeah, sorry, swear jar.
I love giving him a hard time, Ang.
Yeah.
Man, why the fuck would you say that, homie? What the fuck is wrong with you?
All this people
Radio.
But in my very first stream where I was going to lay down rules and be PG-13, Ang wrote penis in the chat. The name has penis, so it was like,
I'll
hey,
do it again.
It was in 4 theaters, okay, but still, yeah.
But I mean, you and Ang understand what I mean. Whereas a film like Rocky Horror can start out making nothing, and then it becomes a cult film, and everyone's going to see it at the midnight showings. You know. And I think we need to respect that. And so when some channels
don't encourage it, Mombi.
I'm not.
We got enough problems with Hungry not getting Ang started. I'm kidding.
I'm trying to control myself, but I'm just saying that sometimes.
Mikey. Hey, Mikey. Good to see you.
Hey, Mikey Seuss. Good to see you again, man.
And Bucky's Crafting. We reserve it for the special occasions. You know. We try to be pinky up here. You know.
But I mean, there are films like John Carpenter's The Thing, which were a bomb in the theaters, but have made a ton of money in the cult market, a ton of money. And so we can't be like other channels that go, oh, look how badly it did on the opening weekend. You know, give me a bloody break.
Yeah, well, I got to hit something, but see, and technically to be compliant with all the kid acts and stuff, and every stream is 18 plus on any stream service because the Galactic Overlords do not like that. There's other stuff. Everything technically has to be 18. But see, I like to reserve any profanity for special occasions. Like my little rant earlier did not have the profanity in it because I want it reserved for when I do. It's CY exactly is what it is. So,
I apologize. It slips out.
I know. You're fine. You're fine. It was one time. We're kidding with this, but see, I'm playing with Mombi right now. She's like, "Let the George Carlin flow." I can't do that.
Mombi,
I can't do that. I want to keep it. I want to keep this fine dining type thing. Everybody else can go rude low into the gutters. I want the power of my F-bombs to be like nuclear blast. You know that when they say when they'll say when EF Hunt talks, people listen. So when I say it, I want it to mean something. But hey,
I hear you. Just like to agree with you,
Mombi, play Fortnite with me offline sometime, Mombi, and you might hear that. But go ahead, go ahead.
But to agree with Mombi, and Mombi will understand what I mean. Okay, there's George Carlin, but then there is Red Fox in his 1960s how shall I phrase this? Bootleg vinyl records. And you hear what Red Fox really has to say versus Sanford and Son. It's a lot worse. And sometimes, I grew up with that stuff and I love Red Fox.
Well, love him. And I'd say, like Bucky said, it was a shot when I started swearing. I honestly tried not to so much. Usually when I do, I'm really worked up. Because I'll be honest, I don't like cussing a lot, although sometimes when I get into the flow of it, it happens. But because I honestly won't, every stream has to be 18 plus whatever and stuff. But I also am aware that people have kids around and other stuff.
Right.
And we don't know who's out there either. So
that's why I'm careful. Yes.
That's why I try to be careful. So when, like earlier, when I did it a few times, I did it for emphasis and effect. But yeah, because otherwise it's like this. It's everybody has their different styles. But if all you do is do brow based gutter language. Where's the intellect? Where's the intellect?
You meant lowbrow, didn't you? You meant lowbrow.
Yeah, I mean, like, my gosh, I mean, we found friggin' Faye Vincent was friggin' a CEO of a movie studio who became commissioner of Major League Baseball.
Ooh.
I mean, okay, I'm panicked, freaked out, and I'd probably throw a thing or two.
Oh, by the way, Bucky, you actually need to change your avatar to a capture from when you were talking with Dadman the other night, because you are much better looking than that. My God, I hate to sound like a straight man, and I know you're married, but damn, just show it, flaunt it. You got it, flaunt it.
Everybody does what they want, and I tell you, that's a good picture too. If you like it, and look who the hell
I love that picture. I think that picture is over.
Look who the hell snuck in. Damn it, Lisa. Stick in like that. Just like stuck in between the two of Bucky's. Like,
I like the way Ang sang that. That was gorgeous. Do that again.
Sing it again, Ang?
I forgot how I did that again.
Okay, Michigan J Frog right here, folks. Michigan J Frog.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of zoinked right now.
Oh,
how
no.
did you sing Lisa? Lisa? No, that's not right.
When like Lisa.
That was it. Perfect.
Very perfect. All right. And hello, Lisa. Golly, it's funny the way Supergirl just snuck right in there between that. I just did not even.
The magical Kryptonian cafe goddess. Yes.
Oh, yes. And see, Bucky's. This is a special picture for Bucky. I love that. I do like that picture. It was a picture it took with my son that she liked. I don't take pictures often. Yes.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a lovely picture, and honestly, it warms my heart. I'm just saying that, let's keep it. But you have other options. You got a great face, darling. I say that as an illustrator.
One thing is for sure, I don't have a good face.
No, I've seen your face. It's a pretty good face, man.
I have a face for radio, like they say.
No, I disagree completely. I think you have a charming, heartwarming, and manly face. I think it is handsome in a manly way.
Bucky says thank you, though. But see, I know one thing for sure. Thank you, Bucky. Yes, I have a great face for radio. Exactly. That's
you
true.
Son of a bitch.
Well, she said that too. She's right. I mean, I don't have a face like her, Lisa, or Mrs. I mean, or Ang. I'm just Dadman. So
I know.
No, I'm ugly. What do you mean?
Hey,
look. Hey, none of that talk. Mr. Angel's throwing anti-zoink juice in the chat. Apparently, you just stay around. And pooping he's pooping an anti-zoink juice too. Wow. Pouring.
Look, I mean, there is no way that Ang can come from Ang's parents and not be good looking.
Well, I will tell you. Apparently, we've like morphed off into the freeload.
Oh, you're talking FMT? Sorry. Wow. Free falling. I actually like that song.
Freelancing is what the hell I meant. Oh dear God, I hate Tom Petty's music. Oh my God.
No. Well, okay. So
no, this is why I hate it. Okay, this is why the God I hate Tom Petty's music. I did not hate it before. I did, but he's from Gainesville, Florida, home of the
yeah.
And after he passed away, these friggin' hippies insisted to play that damn stupid. Yes, I said that for a reason. That stupid. I won't back down song.
Oh God!
Instead of "We're the Boys of Florida," FLORIDA, girls on the squares, the boys on fairs, the video standing away. Hey,
that's right.
From Florida, our typical traditional fourth quarter song. No, God forbid, we gotta play that hippie music, and everybody's got to turn the lights off and hold the damn cameras up with the lights, like they're in a friggin' concert. Until I will back down. Sorry.
I mean, to be honest, the one song I like by Tom Petty has to do with the lyrics, but also the melody, and that is "Running Down a Dream." Yes. That is a song I do like. Yeah, but Bucky messed with you a little bit here, a little bit.
Yes, I know. But
You're,
Bucky's,
you're a saucy gal, Bucky. You're a saucy gal.
Bucky's loves giving everybody a hard time, and that's what to be expected. But Ang, you got anything else about Ghostbusters, or we pretty much kicked it as far as you want to go with it?
I'm good. I'm just chilling.
Well, we'll go.
Ang needs another nap. You need another nap, don't you?
Lemon Pie has become a good-looking subscriber stream. You're damn right about good-looking. I mean, with all these ladies. You know what I've noticed tonight?
Lisa,
we got ladies tonight.
Yeah, we do.
We got Lisa. We got Bucky's. We got Mrs. I mean, the other night it was all dudes. It's like, dude, I will say, I'll be honest, I appreciate all the dudes and all, but it's like it really goes on sci-fi mommy.
Yeah,
when the ladies show up, it's like off the chain. You know, you ladies rock. So
okay, put up another poll because you love the polls. Ask the ladies only, not the guys. Okay. Do they prefer Annie Potts as Janine or Sigourney Weaver in Ghostbusters? Who do they like best? Put that up. Do a poll.
Oh, hold on 1 second. Wait. Lisa said Howie Epstein Petty's bases from where I live. Oh, wow, that's cool. That's interesting. And I do respect Tom Petty. My rant was more about the University of Florida, like
I hear that
breaking a tradition, you know. But
you don't want to get me talking about paramedics.
Since we have Bucky's, Lisa, Mrs. and Mommy, let's just ask it there. So, what was the question again?
Which of the women in Ghostbusters do they prefer as a character? Janine or Dana? Sigourney Weaver or Annie Potts? Who do they prefer?
Let's see.
Yeah! God, Mommy, you were so quick. You're so quick.
Well, I mean, we got two of them answered already, so... Sci-Fi Mummy loves Sigourney Weaver, but love Annie Potts. But I will tell you, I saw a very feminine side of Sigourney Weaver I did not know existed after Alien. So, but yeah, that was very interesting. I saw it there. Annie Potts, hands down. Yikes, Lisa said. They both played the roles well.
Choose one, Lisa. Come on. You got to choose one.
Bucky,
yeah, you were. You were so fast, Mommy. I mean, my God, you must type very fast.
Bucky is, for once, on the fence. But okay, either one. That's
that's all right, Bucky.
But
that's
I will take that Annie Potts wins because when you got
Mrs. Yes.
Well, we are going to go ahead and wind down this little squirrel stream at the end of our Ghostbusters. Make sure you have that you have seen Ghostbusters. Ghostbusters 2 was 105 words a minute. Yeah,
Mommy.
Exactly. Well, I will tell you what, that they Ghostbusters 2 was my least favorite of all the movies. I actually will say,
really? Okay,
Bucky says Annie Potts because I like the name Annie.
Okay, good. Thank you, Bucky. Thank you.
I'll be honest, funny, Annie Weaver was a nice choice for lead. Exactly. Like, and that's towards what the missiles are saying earlier. Ghostbusters 2 was like a waste of time to me with friendly happy slime and stupid choir music. I don't know. Master and I kind of agree with that. I didn't.
Have you seen the film Ghostbusters 2, Ang? Have you watched it?
I haven't watched the second one. I haven't watched it.
Did you ever watch part of 2016 though, Ang?
I watched it entirely with my karate class when I was younger.
Really?
Yeah.
What did you think of it?
Usually at the end of karate camp, there's like a movie day where we go to the movie theater.
Wow.
And yeah.
What was your impressed. Of it, Ang?
Wow, you went to karate camp? I'm very impressed with that.
Yeah, but I already forgot all I learned from karate.
No, I meant the movie, Ang. I meant the movie. I meant the movie, Ang. Do you remember much about the movie?
Not really. It's kind of forgettable.
Yeah, true.
It's very forgettable in a lot of ways, except when he uses his hand as a balloon and he blows up.
However, the Scourge of Moldavia. That is a great line. And that was not done by the actor. That was actually done by Max von Sydow, who did the entire voiceover for the Scourge of Moldavia.
Well, Mr. Angel liked the scene when the arms came out of the chair to drag him. I gotta say, there's an echo? Huh, I'm sorry.
Oh, I apologize.
If it is very faint, not sure where it's coming from. I don't really hear it. So, see, Ghostbusters 2 was the weakest of all the movies to me. It was a waste of time. I mean,
I disagree. I think 2016 was the weakest, but not because of the cast, not because of the script, but because of Feig just saying, "Okay, you improvise. We'll edit this later," which is a lazy director's choice.
Yeah. Well, I think that they destroyed any type of thing. So, Mikey, I'm missing a lot of stuff right now. So I'll try to see what we can do because we're, I think, going to try to wrap up because the ladies popped in a lot. So, yeah. Oh, okay. I see what you said about Mary Jane and stuff like that. I kind of gotten past Tom Petty. So, now there is an echo. Makes Dadman sound magical. I don't. Thank you. Now, see, Bucky's doesn't hear an echo. It's probably a StreamYard thing. So, if anything, it could be something with StreamYards because StreamYards is also now.
Oh, they're
Bucky's.
terrible.
Who are you talking to? You can't tell if you're pranking him or not, and I find that very funny. Are you talking about Hungry pranking me or me pranking Hungry?
It could be either.
Exactly.
It could be either.
Roll and come to the Ghostbusters #1 is my choice. No, honestly, I like 2016 overall, but I do not consider it a Ghostbusters movie. It's to me, it's not Ghostbusters. It's Ghostbusters in the name and only. It didn't have the heart, didn't have the spirit. To me, it's one that it's a one-time movie.
Right.
Oh, you're talking about Jerry saying I had an echo because you don't hear it. Yeah, that's interesting. So Mrs. says she hears an echo too. So, yeah. Yep. So, all right. Yeah, the squirrels are cool. So, but see, the main thing with 2016, it's not. It's on my side, barely audible. Indeed, it's a magical. Dadman sounds like a Wizard of Oz. Well, hey, I was Wizard of Oz on Mrs. birthday stream.
Do not pay attention to the man behind the curtain.
What? Which comment?
Yes, I said I hear an echo, but you're in the next room and you talk very loud. That's why I hear the echo.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Sorry, guys.
Misses. Nice, Mrs. Nice.
You know, you could have just jumped on StreamYard and said that, but okay. I think
it's actually more funny doing it live. That is what real television is about, and YouTube has replaced television.
Listen, Mrs. needs about 7 more to get to 200. I need whatever to get. Drag people. We're a family. It's a family event, kind of like with Sci-Fi Mommy's family. Take
the situation and use it for a plug, man. Just go right ahead. I agree with that. I agree with that.
Instead of these big groups of people that don't know each other, whatever, hey, it's a family affair. Why not? You see real life. Everybody wants real. And we're more real than a freaking real world on MTV,
Yeah. And people talk about authenticity who are not authentic. This channel is authentic, baby dolls. And you know what I mean. This is authentic in all the good ways and the bad ways. You know what I mean, Ang?
Exactly. Now I will say I agree. Go ahead, Ang.
And that was authentic.
Yes.
That was authentic.
I'm so confuzzled.
I'm so confuzzled.
I agree with you, Mikey. Ghostbusters 1 and Unplug are the two best. Keeping Up with the Dadmans. Great, we got a new show title. Keeping Up with the Dadmans.
I'm dying here. God.
You keep saying that, but you keep coming back for more.
I know. This is so hurtful, but I love it.
Yeah. So this will not watch 2016. Yes, it is officially a squirrel stream. but we're still keeping it in Ghostbusters 2 to some degree.
Yeah.
But I will say, like Sci-Fi Mommy, she's a Saturday Night Live Melissa McCarthy nut.
Mm.
I like 2016. One of my problems with it, I thought that they made out of Melissa. I was okay with everybody but the Holtzman character. They made the Holtzman character so dark. I like almost like how we talk how Venkman's cringe.
Mm.
You know, she was really cringe with the way she stared and looked, and I think they were trying for something, but it came off really, really cringe. That's probably the weakest thing I saw with it. But I still don't consider it a Ghostbuster in terms of the Ghostbusters franchise. It used some of the names and whatever, but it threw in Slimer, it threw in member berries, it threw in the cast, but in ways that they're not even. I mean, you look at Afterlife; they brought them back as who they were, you know. And there's a nod and respect to the original franchise, not trying to just do something completely different. So, that's what that's why I'm not totally against 2016, but I can see the complaints with it. But then again, I'm also one that was okay with the Marvels movie. So, but like I always say, I'm going to say what I say, when I want to say, how I want to say it. And, everybody's entitled to their opinion, and that's what we want to hear. If you like something people don't like, feel free to share it, and everybody has different tastes. If you don't want to watch something, you don't have to. If you do, then that's fine. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. Except I will say the hardest area for me to prove that is in Star Wars. They're talking about new stuff coming out. That's the hardest part for me. But hey, we'll see what happens. But I do owe JT Kirk watching Wrath of Khan once. All right, Ang, are you still with us?
Ang. Hello, Ang.
Well, we will go ahead and wind up now after that burst of energy. But hey, folks, thank y'all for being here tonight. We still got 12 of y'all. Let me close the poll here. I do want to take some time. Ang, why don't you talk about yourself a little bit? 21 votes, folks. 21 votes. We've gotten 19 likes. Come on, one more like.
Oh, Mr. A, that was funny.
Oh, I didn't even like. There we go.
Oh, come on, Ang. What, Ang?
Sorry.
What do you consider yourself to do really well that we need to pay attention to you for?
Yeah, I was just about to do that. I just was quickly liking the stream real quick. Okay, I'll just do a spiel that I usually do.
Spiel.
Hi, my name is Ang. I'm a VTuber on Twitch. I do a lot of a lot of games. Sometimes art even. And like I said, I do art and games over there. So if you want to check me out, it's just twitch.tv/Angowo. And yeah, if you wanna come,
would you mind commending yourself on how well you create graphics and illustrations for your own family? No. No, I hear you. But I mean, honestly, look, if you're not going to spruik yourself, the dad man and the missus is going to do it anyway, so you may as well spruik yourself, because you have made some wonderful illustrations and avatars for other people.
Yeah, and I tell you what, Ang, what I love, I went ahead and ended the poll. Slimer wins at 50. Even if you adjust Mr. Angel's vote to the librarian, Slimer still wins over the Marshmallow Man. So, but Ang, I will say, I appreciate this podcast with you talking. And you have had in a couple of streams a lot to say about a lot of things, and I think it's wonderful to hear your voice, and you have stuff to say, and I like hearing, like Mr. Angel said earlier. We did get off at the end and talking about some other things like that. We talked about some other things that were not Ghostbusters, but people my age or people his age, they do like to understand what people your age and your generation think of the stuff that we grew up with.
Yes,
and to see it respected. You gave it a fair shot. You liked it, but you know what? You're entitled. If you said it sucks, then that's okay. We just kind of like to know what y'all think.
No side eye.
No, wait a second. But also, if Ang from Aang's perspective of his generation, decides to not like something, then I think we need to listen to that as well. And it would be very funny to hear Aang do a version of Pillage the Village on a certain film that Aang does not like at all. I think that would be a great idea for this channel or Aang's Twitch, and I would love to listen to that. I would love to understand why something does not rise to Aang's standards. And I think that.
Aang, do you have standards? What
is it Is it the Mighty Python movie?
No, anything. I mean, it could be kaiju movies. It could be a drama movie. It could be a rom-com. It could be a sitcom. Anything where you say, I could not stand the hell out of this. And you just tell us why. That's all. Anything. I mean, you could look at Creature from the Black Lagoon, which is Mark D with a C's favorite movie, by the way. And
I think it's another one of our friends' favorites, too. Right, Dad?
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. Now, Aang, let me. Mikey had asked about your YouTube channel. Okay, can you tell everybody about what you are doing with your YouTube channel? Yeah, Lisa. Poor Aang, hang out with two old fogies.
It's fine. It's fine. Actually, let me tell you. Talking to these two actually has helped me with a little bit of my communication skills, because I'm usually kind of talking and like trying to form my opinion in like words and stuff, but like being able to like talk and like and you guys also being patient, I really appreciate that, by the way. Because it really helps a lot.
Don't think we're being patient when we're actually really appreciating what you say. You need, see, there are two aspects of growing your brain and the way the brain needs to grow. One of those is accepting proper critique, but the other one is, and this is very important, Aang, very important, understanding that a compliment is honest versus flattery, which is dishonest. Yeah. And it's going to help you by the time you're in your 40s. And it's our cultural responsibility to, anytime you say something intelligent or you say something apt or you are creative, it is our responsibility to applaud you for that.
Mm-hmm. And like Lisa says,
I don't mean to put you on the spot, Aang.
No, but Lisa's echoing because LOL Aang, yes, use this as a learning experience.
Right.
It's the same thing. Every difficult moment is a learning experience. Because see, this podcast with Aang and I go back a couple years now on Aang's channel, and that was one of the hardest things, was to develop a format and then Aang to find the voice. And then that one night a while back when we did that one, when we got on NFTs and stuff like that, and Aang went with you out in the chat, that was like a wonderful thing.
But I hate NFT.
No, wait. Just going back a year or two on this channel. Correct me if I'm wrong, Dadman, but Aang was the person that basically told you to get on YouTube.
Basically, Aang didn't care. Just get your own damn channel, you know?
Right.
And I kept wanting to do Fortnite. I kept wanting to do streams and stuff all the time. Aang's like, get your own damn slut.
Don't be shy, Aang. Don't be shy. That is the way of death in regards to public media being shy.
Yeah. All right. Well, I am going to start to work to close this down. Okay. Any last other thoughts? I'm proud of you, and thanks for finding a voice. And you're going to see that we got a lot of people out here that are really wanting to follow you. Now, but what it said, because I think Mikey asked, and a lot of people are on YouTube, but Mikey had asked, this is Angowo's YouTube channel, but Aang, you're not yet.
I'm working mostly on Twitch at the moment. I'm trying to think what to do still for the YouTube. So,
But I tell you what, folks, if you go ahead and subscribe, get those numbers up, it's going to be hard for half the decision because in no time, because we've not been doing the show for no time, you're almost you're well over 20% of the way to monetization. But that's all your decision and all that. I don't mean to press you with that, but that's Ang. And as Ang said, Ang is primarily over on Twitch with 1,400 followers.
Yeah.
So,
but honestly, to be fair, with Ang's generation, Twitch is going to be a more natural way to communicate with other people versus YouTube, which is mainly for us old farts, as Mr. A has pointed out.
Well, I thought Lisa called us old farts.
Yeah, well,
also, like,
yes.
To me, Twitch is more like is also more comfortable to use for me because like it's been like so long since I started on there.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of YouTube.
Well, you got 4 subscribers tonight, Ang, on YouTube. Wow! Thank you, everybody. Yeah, Mikey Susie did. Jerry Minosa did. Mr. Angel did. I'm not. Hopefully, I didn't miss somebody. So, Bucky's identifies as an old fart myself. Fogies farts are really special. Fogies! Farts. So, Hungry and I are not special. Oh,
but Lisa,
no, we're not. No, we're not.
My old farts.
Lisa is special. Lisa is special. We are not.
But no. Did you hear what Ang said? We're her special old farts,
though. Thank you. That's very sweet. Thank you.
So there's Ang's information. And folks, also go subscribe to the Missus. Get people to come in because the Missus, I will say, I am actually promoting both of these people tonight. Missus at 193 subscribers. Let's 7 more to get her to 200. And that'd be 40% of the way towards monetization. I want to, and I'm going to get the promotions out because I do want to end the stream a little bit on a serious note.
Yeah.
Yes. Let's see here on Friday night. Join Hungry Boy, JT Kirk, and Daisy Blossom.
Oh God, that's going to be a bloody train wreck.
Folks, come if you want to hear stuff ripped apart, destroyed, fires burning. So,
it's a terrible episode.
And Sci-Fi Mommy subbed on both YouTube and Twitch to YouTube.
God, this episode. Oh my. Okay, Ang. Do not let your father make you watch this episode. Do not watch this episode.
I don't know, but look at this. Lisa said really special is derogatory. So these are my friends.
Nice.
Nicely. Journey to Oasis, Buck Rogers.
Do you want to watch it with me tomorrow night?
No.
Don't. Do not do it. Do not do it.
I'm going to need that synopsis, Hungry. I'm going to need that synopsis.
It's so bad. It's so horrible. But it's going to be, I mean, listen to us rip it apart.
I probably like it. You never know.
Look, I mean, all I'm going to say is it's Lost in Space Season 2. No spoilers. But I don't think...
That means absolutely not a damn thing to me.
Good. Then I'm going to be very entertained by what you have to say. Oh my God, Hank, just avoid this like COVID. I'm serious. Just do not watch it.
COVID twice.
Oh no, Hank, no!
I'll watch it twice.
That's so funny. That's so funny.
All right.
You got a good kid there, Deadman.
I know. I'm proud of
my fellow artist. You're funny. High five.
Y'all amp just 1 second. Let me. Y'all amp just a second.
Hank's killing me. Jeez. You know, I just when someone like you can make me laugh this much, it means it's okay to be alive right now. You know what I mean? I mean, humor is a vital element of life, and I think you would agree with that. And talking with you intergenerationally, as a fellow artist, but also someone who understands humor, it really does mean the world to me.
Oh gosh,
Yes.
look at this. Worst Buck Rogers episode ever. I can't. That blue gnome was a damn Smurf. It was like Smurfette and Emperor Palpatine had a baby.
Micro Kree, a Micro Kree from the Marvel, yes.
Kree, I thought Krees were Amber Heard stuff, but anyway.
Oh, hello.
We've got about 6 weeks left. There are, I think there are 11 episodes left, I believe. So it's about 5 to 6 weeks of actual time. We have 1 week with only one. I think it's 13 overall, so we did 2. So it's probably 6 weeks left in our shows, and then we're going to do a recap and then see. Then we're going to do a recap and then see how they go. Yep, I know, Ang. Okay, all right. Let me get to the chat. All right, worst Buck Rogers episode. You can't. Yeah, Bucky, come hang out with us. Find a way to watch it and come hang out with us on Friday night. You love it. Even if you don't watch the show, I tell everybody, come watch our streams. Even if you don't know what the hell we're talking about, invariably something will come up and come out for you that you'll do it. So, exactly.
Bucky,
Tell people don't watch it. It sucks. There you go.
Bucky, no, honestly, it is terrible, but it is beautifully terrible. Beautifully terrible.
The end is near for both Buck Rogers, our shows, and this stream. So, yeah, all right. And I will miss Angel. I saw what you put there. So, all right.
What's your Twitter so I can DM me something?
Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me.
It. He can't make up his damn mind what his Twitter handle.
Hey,
is.
no. No.
What's up, Atwood? Good to see you.
Atwood.
Right.
Okay.
Hi, Atwood.
Hit that like button. I'm still stuck at 20, Atwood.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
My
stupid Twitter. Okay, I'm going to put it in the private chat, okay?
Right, gosh, we got 13 now here.
Right.
How can we ever end with this stream now?
No, let's just hit
You guys can continue.
It's 11:30. I didn't realize that. We've gone 2.5 hours. So
wow. And, and I mean, honestly, credit to Ang. Ang said, I might be here for an hour. I'm still here now. You got some stamina. You got some stamina.
But I will tell you, and I will tell you, folks, I will tell you that. Sorry, I'm trying to do.
That's all right.
This is the Twitter. This is the Twitter link. Hopefully it goes.
Thank you, Ang.
It's something like that, but it doesn't link. So, Mr. Angel, I know, Mrs. If you can find Hungry's Twitter link and put it out there, but that's.
I used to have an earlier Twitter, but then my computer died, and I tried to get back on Twitter, and Elon has made a lot of improvements.
Oh my God! Lisa's asking if your avatar on Twitter is a painted butt.
Yes, it is.
Really?
Oh my God, Hungry!
Wow.
No, I'm sorry.
I get yours confused with JT Kirk's all the time.
Lisa is the first person to point that out.
But yours is so red like JT Kirk's that it's like I get the two confused when I'm going to. Anyway, YouTube. It's a
no.
Leave it to Lisa. Leave it to Lisa.
Yeah.
Miss, I psych out Dadman with what he does and how he picks a state. And now she sees
Bucky. Bucky, that is so funny. That's so funny, Bucky. Leave it to a woman who knows how to wear the right sweater with the right shirt underneath the sweater to bring that up. I think that is fantastic.
Mrs. That is the old one, the green one. It's the Hungry for Better Days.
Yes.
Yes, it's red.
Yes, and that actually was a reaction to before Madam Web came out. That was a reaction to Spider-Woman as a comic book character who was a fantastic comic book character, and everybody just decided to make her less than she was, if you know what I mean, and I think you do.
Yeah. And Jerry Minosa, yes, Twiggy was a fun part till he changed his voice to pre-puberty teen.
Bucky!
God, like,
Bucky!
What the hell?
Bucky got good eyes. Bucky got good eyes.
Bucky. I'm trying to not cuss and you yell at me. I'm going to stop the stream and look at it.
No, come on, don't.
We're going to go look at Hungry's butt. Okay. I'm not showing it. I'm not going to show it. I'm just.
Okay, before you do that, I just want to say that was painted by hand. And I used an airbrush.
A triangular tramp stamp.
Yes, and that is actually the character in the comic books, right. Lisa. Folks, that is on Spider-Woman. That is on Spider-Woman.
Hungry, if you got time, maybe we'll do a squirrel. We'll end this.
I'll keep, dude. I'm here for as long as you need me, and as long as Ang needs me.
I think what we'll do is we'll go ahead and get ready to end this. So
show the picture for this stream before we go.
I'm trying to find your damn thing again here.
Also, Hungry, I can't give you.
Yeah. No, I mean, okay, Ang, I don't want you to take this the wrong way, okay? But it was painted with love and appreciation.
So I guess you could say it was an asset for your appreciation.
What the hell?
Nice joke!
If you want to see this, this is just, what the hell? And it's got two ass kissers too.
Look,
the two faces from the side are coming and kissing.
No, they are not ass kissers. That is the face of Spider-Woman.
But they're pointing at the buttocks with the lips.
That was intentional.
And what's the little dude coming out of the bottom? It's like,
no, that's a gal. That's her.
Oh, Dudette. It's like,
yeah, Dudette. Yes,
she's being pooped. I don't know. Anyway,
Dadman, we're going to Lulu right now.
We have to let Ang get some more sleep.
Let me do this though seriously to end this stream. Ghostbusting. Thanks to Ang here, and thank you for being here. But folks, I do want to make a special. And I tell you, I think with this laughter tonight, we honored his spirit and everything tonight. Our friend Masters Maniac Mexico, he had a pre-op visit today.
No.
He's not with us tonight. He was in the Mrs. Chan a little bit today. If you pray, if thoughts can't, whatever you do, remember him tomorrow.
Hands together.
Remember him tomorrow, because tomorrow he's got a serious surgery. If you've hung around long enough, if you talk to him in the chats, he said a lot of what he's going through, what he's facing, health wise, and there's other stuff more than just health wise. But do pray for him tomorrow and keep him in your thoughts and prayers tomorrow. And he's become part of our family. He's helped the missus so much with her YouTube channel. Oh my gosh, if you just saw the birthday stream, the way he and his friends from Europe sent Mrs. a specially made video that was just beautiful.
Yes,
from the heart. He did a traditional German Thanksgiving with us and a German Christmas. Well, a Mexican Thanksgiving and a German Christmas with us, including games. Go back, watch those streams too. Just a good friend of our channel, and just keep him in your thoughts and prayers. So, and appreciate it. And I think he would appreciate all these laughs right here, even though we got off Ghostbusters, because folks, he had his Slimers. He loves his Slimers. You watch his shows on Twitch. It's got Slimer with the green background. So do please pray and keep him in your thoughts and prayers tomorrow. Hungry, do you want to say anything? Or
I will only say it has been a pleasure, a delight, and a privilege to have you and Ang talk about what Ghostbusters meant to you today. And I will always be very privileged anytime I am on a show with both of you.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you very much. Ang, any final thoughts? It's okay.
I just want to say thank you to Hungry for being here, and also everybody for coming out tonight. You guys are awesome, and we wouldn't have done this without you guys. So.
I hear that. And artists need to stick together.
And I thank you. I thank you as Aang's partner on this one, and Dad, that to see the compliments for somebody of this generation being a part of this and being included and listened to and actually wanting to hear what they have to say.
Well, I mean,
a good experience was good. Mr. Angel's comments. So, but we won't go too far in that. Otherwise, we'll go another.
I know, but I just want to say very quickly. You and I are of a certain age, and we will, not to be grim, we will expire, and eventually, Aang's generation is going to have to take over. And with all the work that I've done in regards with illustration and art, I want people like Aang to take over that mantle. Yep. And I say that with respect to Aang. You understand what I mean. And It's very important that people with a brain in their head, but high creativity, talent, and an acquisition of skill are willing to say, yes, we will now take over from you. So thank you, Aang. Thank you for having the respect to creativity that matters.
All right. Well, with that, and an honor for Masters on the way out. Again, I know he would love this comment. We don't need to be mooned on stream. Knowing him, he would love that, and he would also love this.
Dude, I will make pictures that moon you every day of the week, so don't tempt me.
All right. Well, and Ancient in honor will get Slimer and Destiny. That will be awesome. So, with that, but hey, just remember tomorrow, if we hear something, we'll update you when we know more. But hey, thank you. Lisa says, no worries. The energy we're supposed to make
We're on the ice flow, Lisa.
Go.
We're on the ice flow. You know what I mean?
What a way to end it. So I don't know what I'm doing next. I might go to bed. Who knows what I'll do? But hey, make sure you follow me on Twitter, DadmanWalking55, Twitch, and YouTube, DadmanWalking55. Because if we decide to go live with Fortnite or another squirrel stream in a few minutes, I don't know what we're going to do. But this stream needs to end because otherwise it won't be a Ghostbusting stream. But Aang, thank you again. Can't wait till we do it next month with another topic. All right, everybody, have a good night, or we'll see you later. Who knows what will happen. Bye, all.
Thank you, Aang.